a lot of the stuff that I say in the group chat, it might seem like I'm shitting on you, Jason, but I love you, man. I'm just fucking around.
He's a simp for Jason, remember?
Jason Simp.
Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't want it.
Hey man, you never know when you might need a good bass player.
You don't want to slay. I mean, I'm doing fantastic, but it's heavy as the head that wears the crown. That's all I'll say.
Which one of you's wearing the crown in this situation?
Me.
All right, I'm ready to start.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's a pretty fire cold open. Yeah, roll it. That's a good cold open. We can roll with that.
This week on Talking Without Thinking, we talk about some BFEs, Black Friday experiences. We have a great debate. Turkey versus ham 2022. It's going to be a battle. We got the bottom 5 worst boomer restaurants of all time. We're going to bring back an oldie but goodie 1-word reviews. And of course, we're going to close things out with who's having the best week of the week. Let's roll it. Welcome to Talking Without Thinking with your host, Jason, Jared, Stevie, and me, Scott. We got to get some claps in.
Jason's already off beat.
Put your hands together. Yeah, you are off beat.
I never mentioned what I was
How's
Googling.
the bass player going to be off rhythm?
I never said I had it. I never said I had rhythm.
Hey, guys. Welcome to episode 93 of Talking Without Thinking.
I got to start.
93.
I got to start.
Woo-hoo.
I never
All
mentioned,
right, Jason.
I never mentioned what I was Googling when my computer crashed last episode. I was just looking up Christopher Guest because I forgot he was in Gremlins too. That's all.
That's it?
That's
so
it.
Christopher Guest crashed your
Christopher
computer?
Guest caused the crash.
Crash the shit out of my computer. That's all I got. Move on. RP?
We need to find a way to get him on as a guest.
I don't think he's still
Yeah,
alive.
for real.
So
we
Jason
can tell him
can
that
have
story.
a debate with him.
No.
Christopher Guest, why did you crash?
It was quite entertaining for you to come in and out last episode. So,
Just like he came in and out of the intro.
Yep.
yeah. What? Why would you do that?
Every time, man. Every time.
I didn't know it was happening.
He disrespects the start, man.
Scott goes, "Hey, we're getting ready to start. Ready?"
He did the clap.
This is why I usually just put
Jason
myself
walks
on.
off.
I just put myself on mute for the intro. But
You know what? I'm gonna start putting you on mute because I can do that from here.
yeah, you should.
And then as soon as the intro's out, then only
that's
then turn
funny.
you
back
back
on.
on.
Did you hear him? He's like, yeah, you should.
I forgot-
he was so bummed.
I forgot there was a latter half to the intro. That's what happened in that one.
There is a
Forgot
latter
it was
half.
Oh,
part 2.
man.
He forgot about the claps.
We've only been doing this for 100 or more episodes now, but
Close.
yeah,
Almost.
I was saying it's my job to screw up. This is like
know.
the 5th one for
The
me.
new guy should be screwing up, and he's doing fine.
Don't jinx
I
yourself.
got a new mic.
Yeah,
New
listen,
mics.
we have upgraded. Everybody probably sounds better now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You're
everybody
welcome.
looks better. If you're watching on the YouTubes, we all look real clear except for Jason. We can't get him to turn a light on in his place. But
No, he has a light on.
hey, sorry, we can't get him to turn on any other lights.
Oh,
That's his
oh.
thing. It's his
It is.
thing to be
It's just
in the
dark.
He's
dark.
the guy in the corner.
Darkness.
I'm gonna get a gamer light. It's coming.
Is it
At some
though?
point. Yeah.
So is that what they're called? Gamer
That
lights?
sounded like a threat.
No, what's
to
going
me,
to
be
happen is
honest.
Braylon's going to find out about your gamer light, and he's going to take it off your front
Braylon.
porch.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was Braden. Braylon.
Braylon.
I saw a new
Jason
one.
ate his burrito.
I saw a new one.
Brayson.
What was it?
What do you mean you saw a new one?
Dayton?
You stole another burrito?
No, I saw this.
Oh.
There's a mullet competition. I saw a bunch of kids' names. in
Oh
the
my
mullet
God.
And one was like,
What?
it was like Dayton or something. I have to look it up.
Dude,
Wait, you saw the sign-up sheet?
Yeah, it was on like a YouTube video. I was watching about mullet competitions.
Oh, I thought you meant like you went to a hoedown or something.
I'm not
Hold
against
on.
it.
You saw.
how
saw
do
like
you
a-
how do you get to where you're looking up mullet competitions on YouTube?
It was through actually a different podcast. Shouts out to the Danny Brown show. They were talking about mullets for some reason.
Hey, Danny Brown.
One time.
Oh God.
Danny Brown. Oh,
Yes.
that's all I got.
One time for Danny Brown.
One time.
TV.
Shouts out one time for Danny Brown. Danny Brown, everybody. Danny Brown.
But
We're not counting
yeah,
anything else.
it's good to be here. The internet's working. Well, got one light on. My clothes
Rocking
are clean.
that one light.
These are good.
It's a good day to
He's a frugal
podcast.
man.
The apartment, I kind of am. The apartment smells like dank hamburgers.
Nice.
I don't know if I wanted to. Do we take dank as a good thing or a
Yes.
bad thing?
My
Good thing.
roommate's cooking.
2022, it's good. Yeah.
And it smells very good. I'm a terrible cook, I'm realizing. So anytime I smell
Yeah.
food, I'm like, shit, impressive.
Dude, I made a pretty bomb ass dinner tonight.
What'd you do?
Wow, food is cooking. That is
Healthy dinner.
impressive.
So,
Scott's gonna cook.
Food does cook. Food does cook. I made a weird like conglomeration tonight. We've been trying to eat a little healthier and like been on like a workout routine for a little while now.
Nice.
So like tonight we had, it was like crumbled turkey sausage with cauliflower rice, eggs,
Ugh.
and bell pepper
God
with
damn.
like a little bit of soy sauce, some hot
Jesus.
sauce, and some seasoning.
What the fuck?
It was,
I
it
could
was
fuck
good
with
as
that.
hell, bro. It was
In a
good as hell,
pan?
bro.
That sounds
Yeah,
like
I
some
can.
I
pre.
can't get past the cauliflower rice.
Dude,
It's like some
have you
pre-Thanksgiving.
you don't like cauliflower
Yes.
rice?
I
It tastes
hate
like
Hate
rice
it.
ass
Does
rice
not
if you
taste like
season
rice.
it.
Does
Oh, you
not
just
taste
gotta
like
rice
rice.
ass rice.
Yeah, you just gotta season it up right.
So you're
I
trying
like
to
it.
tell me that you're saying Michelle Logren doesn't know how to season things?
I'm
Because
not
she's
saying
the one that
at
made
all.
the cauliflower rice.
I
and
feel
it
like she and I
tasted
just hit-
like butthole.
We should just have a talk because I can make it taste pretty good.
No,
I can.
It's still
I can show her the
cauliflower.
way.
It's still an abomination.
Do you just hate cauliflower?
I hate cauliflower.
Ghost
I
Well,
broccoli.
really
How
hate
dare
If
you?
broccoli.
if you put hot sauce and soy sauce on anything,
Still
it
tastes
kind
like
of
cauliflower.
takes it up a couple of points at least.
Yeah,
Nope, still cauliflower. Still gross.
man.
See, I don't have any sense of taste. I'm realizing, like, you could give me like rice, fake rice, soy rice. I don't know. Like, I'm realizing like I have no sense of taste, and this is I don't know if like COVID wiped out the remnants of it, but I just like, dude, like I had like $140 fish dinner a couple weeks ago. It just tastes like fish. I don't fucking know.
Who
I didn't
paid
pay
for
it.
Damn,
that?
son.
Not
Oh.
me.
Your fish dinner, just your dinner was $140.
No, the sum total of everyone's bills.
Oh,
is $140.
okay. How many people were there though?
3, I think. It was
3 people?
good, but it's just like the whole time I was thinking, like, I don't know, dog. Is this
What kind of fish did you get? Did you get some like bum ass sea bass or something?
Nah, it's like tilapia.
You had
something.
tilapia?
Aw.
Tilapia for that
Aw,
I
much?
don't know, dude.
That's
I
a
just-
basic ass bitch fish.
I don't have.
Y'all got
I
bent
can't-
over, man.
What the fuck is that? Oh shit, Steve's got a ghost. What was that? Who opened your door? What's going on?
It's not a ghost, man.
Who was
What's
that?
the
Murder
kitty?
mystery.
It's
What's that?
it was my cat. It was Fuzzy.
But your cat closed the door?
No, I closed it back. Nah. See, that's this door right here.
It's a smart
is
cat.
This is my bathroom, and his food is on like the sink area. That's where I feed him.
Oh, okay.
So
he-
he went in there to get some noms, and then I shut the door behind him when he went in earlier, which you didn't notice, and then he just he saw the door was shut, and he's like, "This is bullshit," and he
He's
fucking
big
swung
pissed.
it open.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like I caught it like before it smacked into my knee or something.
This is riveting content.
It
Well,
is.
tell your. It looks like you locked your
You
cat back
asked
in the.
for
It
it.
looks like you locked your cat back in the bathroom. Is that true?
Nah, man, he's out. He's out. Look
Okay.
here.
He's Roman.
See, he's right there.
Yeah, he's here. Cool.
For the
Crawling
Alright.
out of
On YouTube.
armpits.
He's just looking around. So hold on. Let's go back. Let's talk about this $140 fish dinner for a second.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
$140 total for everybody.
I'm
I just
sorry.
have to say.
That's still too
Tilapia
much.
is not that expensive.
You're
So
telling
like,
me.
what did
Yeah,
everybody else order? Like, there had to have been like some
Oh, yeah.
serious like.
You had to have been the budget. You must have been
Yeah.
the budget.
I always am because
Part
if, I'm,
of the
if,
bill.
if someone else is paying for dinner, I'm buying something cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We did all
Because
eat.
you're a cool guy.
We did all eat. Well, unless it's like somebody who's really rich and I'm going out on them. But we ate mussels.
Absolutely.
Mussels
mean, you
are
got to.
fucking
Mussels
good.
are good.
Well, that's where some of the 140 came from.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I ever had those.
They're good. I try to balance my literal inability to taste most things with the fact that I'm a very adventurous eater. I'll try nearly anything. I don't care.
Like burritos he found on a stoop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just random
chicken and rice
burritos.
burritos, overcharged burritos.
PTSD-inducing boring burritos. Burritos is what they're called.
Burritos.
But yeah, I mean, it's a fire restaurant somewhere up in Hickory. It's like a Mexican restaurant, seafood. It's good shit. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like I just come to the conclusion. It's like I just can't taste anything, dude. But I can
the
hear
more
it real
you tell
well.
me about this place, I feel like you're making this shit up.
No,
A Mexican seafood restaurant?
Mexican seafood.
it's in Hickory. Give me a second. Riveting.
That's
podcast.
real
Yeah,
weird.
far away
Don't-
where I
Oh,
can't.
Hey, don't
he's
validate
gonna
it.
don't crash your
something.
computer. Don't crash your computer. Ah,
Oh.
He's using his phone.
big brain.
It's held together with
He-
glue and prayers.
Yeah, I do. I had to super glue the corner. This is an iPhone 8, and it is a beat to shit. But
Aren't they
What
on, like, the
operating system is
46
that
by
on?
now?
Wind up?
I think that's a relic from a former era.
basically, yeah,
iPhone 8. When they come out, like 1996.
it's pre-COVID.
iPhone 8
It's
probably was like
pre-COVID.
2015.
They just came out with 14.
2017.
Yeah, it feels about right.
2017.
It's fun to live in.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
I can't find the name of this restaurant, but it's real. I promise you, this is good.
does.
If it
Doesn't
phones, it
exist.
phones, man.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, whoever
If it's
paid
seafoods,
for
it's
that got bent
seafoods.
over.
If it's seafoods,
Excuse me?
Oh, I was saying
Oh,
whoever paid for that got bent over because tilapia is, that's. I don't even think that's a real fish, is it?
I can literally
Don't
get
we,
like 2
create
pounds of
that?
tilapia. No, it's real. Whitefish isn't real fish.
It was
Oh,
So like
I mean, it was like an
tilapia is
actual.
real?
It was an actual fish, like the whole thing. Ate that. Is
Okay.
oh, you had like a whole like bones and
Oh,
all.
yeah, the whole
Bones
ass
and all.
fish.
Eat the
Oh
brains.
shit! So you had to fillet that shit yourself, and it was that expensive?
I mean, it was already cooked. Is that what you mean?
No, but like you had to like fillet it though.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
What does that mean?
wait, Jared,
you
are
did-
you drinking from 2 cups? I'm
Okay,
getting off
so-
track.
I like to stay hydrated, Stevie.
So to fillet a fish, basically, it's like let me put it in chicken breast terms. You
Yeah.
know, there's like a chicken with all its bones, and you
Sure.
can cut. They cut the chicken breast off to have just the breast, and
Oh,
you
that's
like
what that means.
boneless chicken breast. So to fillet a fish,
No, I
What'd you
didn't.
think
you
it
literally
meant?
cut like the breast
Hold on,
off.
hold on. Pause for a second.
Yep.
Jason, what did you think chicken breast meant?
No, I knew what that meant. You want to know what I thought
Oh.
filleting? You know what I thought filleting meant though? I thought it's when you flip the fish to the other side.
A wise man once said about 5 minutes ago, "I'm not very good at cooking,"
Yeah,
and
dude.
now I can see why.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought it's when you flip. I thought it's when you flip the fish upside down.
You know what? Everybody has their place, man.
But so
Jason's
I
is not the kitchen.
I try to compensate. I'm a great at chopping the vegetables up, or whatever. I try to compensate by my inability to taste things in 2 ways. One, I'll try literally any food outside of uncooked brains. I worry about the prions. B, I can consume a nearly lethal amount of hot sauce. So I'm trying to
Nice.
balance it out that way. In that regard, it's like I can. I'm pretty.
I love me some hot sauce too, man.
I can handle the heat. Although sometimes
Oh
that
my
nearly
God.
kills me.
Oh yeah, the wheel of heat. That was something we haven't done in a while.
Yeah, we'll
That's
have
true.
to. It's been a while.
It's gonna be hard to do that. Everybody's in
That's-
their own space. We'd have to like all get our own hot sauces.
There,
That
we'll
sounds
have
expensive.
to.
It does.
Yeah.
Hot sauce isn't
Man,
cheap
we got
anymore.
it. We got it, man.
I don't know who
Look, we
this
just
we
bought
is
these
you're talking
microphones.
about.
We got to ball out, son.
This is on a payment plan.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, paying for, man. Paying for.
In full.
Actually, with Amazon, it's paying $5.
Oh,
Yeah, and
It's
it's
crazy.
monthly instead of bi-weekly.
oh,
So
snap.
you know you're fucking with a real G when he's using an Amazon payment plan.
You know, it depends. It's like, do I want the credit card charged now, or do I want to break it out over 5 months? You know,
Well,
that's
this
all
isn't
right.
credit either.
It's all right.
No, it's not credit.
Doesn't hit
Oh,
your credit
excuse
at
me.
all.
Yeah,
Pay.
if you've had an Amazon account
No, that's
for like
everything
a
else
long
I own.
time,
That's on credit.
Okay.
yeah, Jason, if you have an Amazon account for a long time and you're in good standing, meaning you haven't like had any problems, they'll typically on a lot of products offer you like a payment plan just because they have a lot of inventory, and if you're looking at it, they know you want it, so they make it easier for you.
There you go, Jeff Bezos. Free
There you
access.
go.
So it's not offered on everything, but like I just bought a 43-inch TV from them and I'm paying $10 a month for 24 months. But obviously
what's the Bezos meme limit? Like if I go over it, I get because I've definitely shared some Bezos memes about him getting like turning into like Doctor Doom or whatever. Nah, who's the supervillain from Superman? Lex Luger. This joke fell flat. Move on.
Luther.
Luther.
Luger?
Lex Luger's
Luger
the
is
wrestler.
the wrestler.
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 Is it
Lex
both?
Luger,
I got his
yeah.
autograph on the wall right over there. Actually, I'll show you.
Camera move.
Ugh.
Camera. Pans.
We're not gonna be able to see it.
It's right
Camera.
there.
You got to just trust him, folks.
Just trust
It's
them.
there.
It's there. All right, we ready to talk about some BFEs?
Best friend Echoes?
Big fucking
freaking
eggs.
Echoes?
Black Friday experiences. All right, here we go.
BFEs.
Are we gonna work? Nope. No music.
Just like us on Black Friday.
That's the sound to move to the next segment. So three of us
It's a
have
movement,
one.
all right.
Three of us have one thing in common, which we just found out this week. We worked
Facial
at Best
hair.
Buy.
The
And
Beast.
Actually, all four of us have that in common. But we all worked at the Best Buy back in the day. So we have some crazy Black Friday experiences. We figure like this is going to come out right after Black Friday is over. So we got to talk a little bit about some Black Friday, you know?
It's
So
gonna come out on Cyber Monday, actually.
sure, but I mean, you don't have to be present for that. That just
That's right.
exists, man. It just
That's right.
exists out in the internet world.
Don't
So,
have to wear a uniform for that.
Full disclosure, I didn't work at Best Buy during Black Friday, but I worked at a Walmart during a Black Friday. Although my
Oof,
story of how I
that
worked
sounds-
at Best Buy is kind of funny. But yes, I'll hold off on that.
You hold off on that.
I
All right.
also did not work at Best Buy during Black Friday. Spoiler alert.
Well, I have. I did it 3 times, unfortunately.
Well, Stevie, you can begin. Give us your crazy Black Friday at the Beast.
All right, so it was 2011. This was actually the first Black Friday that I worked there. Prior to that, I'd only did like some GameStop Black Fridays, but I came in the later time, so I was getting kind of lucky. However, for the Beast this year, I was working 11:30 p.m. to 11:30 a.m. because they were opening at fucking midnight on Thanksgiving. You know, because there was those years pre-COVID where they were trying to like get all the shopping started before you even like sat down and had your turkey. And which, by the way, this is a 12-hour shift that you work all night until basically the next day's afternoon, and you only get like a 30-minute break.
Vouch.
Hell yeah.
So at the time, I was working in the now defunct gaming department, which they also had tried for a couple of years, and then they got rid of it. And I was at my post waiting for the doors to open at midnight. You know,
Random aside, random question. This is a general question for all former Best Buy employees. I never did this. Did any of you guys ever smoke weed with the people that worked in car audio? Because like I mean,
I don't smoke weed.
they were they'd always seem like the dudes to smoke weed with. Because I mean, they install speakers all day.
I mean, I had seen some smoking, but like, I mean, I didn't smoke weed.
No.
I don't like getting high.
So
I didn't name names.
I didn't,
Yeah.
but I can tell you that the guys in car audio were the biggest potheads I worked with.
Yeah, dude. I
So-
mean, that's what you do.
Yep.
I mean, because they have a separate building out back. I mean,
They have a
they've
separate-
got more freedom.
They had a separate building out back that nobody went to.
Yeah.
Come on.
They say, "Oh
Yeah.
yeah, just pull your car around and we'll give you a quote."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds,
All right,
just-
anyways.
Just a question. Yeah.
So Black
All right,
Friday,
so-
Stevie.
Yeah, Black Friday. So I'm set up at my post, which is actually right in front of home theater. Like that's where they had the gaming set up. And they're about to open the doors. And for some reason, they decided that the inventory manager, Jan, would be the one that's in charge of like
Fucking Jan.
controlling the doors.
Jan's the word.
Oh,
And,
she's getting lit up. She ain't ready for that
Because you know,
smoke.
there's like hundreds of people trying to get into a Best Buy to buy like a TV for $150 less than normal.
Someone's finna get clapped.
So
for
there's
a
like hundreds of
GameCube.
people outside lined up. Nah, the GameCube was
Say
gone. by then.
2011?
What was
the Wii
out
U,
then?
or it was the Wii and the Wii U, I think.
Okay.
When they just came out with that red Wii that didn't have the GameCube compatibility and shit. I don't even think it went online either. It was like the last Wii model. anyways, her name was Jan, and she was the biggest doofus manager that we had. And for some reason, they put her at the door, and she was supposed to let in like 100 people at a time, and she just let everybody in. So there was like 1,000 people in Best Buy, and
my God,
it was ridiculous. So I'm standing there, and much like everyone else working, we were just kind of like, what the fuck do we do? Because there's like a mob, and
a literal mob.
Everybody, including the customers were confused too. So like they didn't know what to do, what line started where, and all that. So they started asking me. They're like, "Excuse me, sir," and like everybody said that. So for like 2 minutes straight, all I heard was.
Excuse me, sir. Can I tell you? Do you happen to know where I can get a copy of Tropic Thunder on Blu-ray? I will stab a bitch in the head if I don't get it within 15 minutes.
You just triggered my PTSD.
It's my
You
job.
just used all your
But
reverb
anyways-
for the month of December.
But anyways, yeah. So it was like, "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir." So it got to the point where like I was professional for about 1 minute, and then I was just like, "It's over there. It's over there. There. I don't know." Yeah. Needless to say, she didn't do the doors for the next 2 years that I worked Black Friday there, but that was a once in a lifetime experience, and I'm so glad that I work from home now and I don't have to wear a uniform because fuck that.
Best
I was
Buy is
on.
kind of the worst.
I took a lot of Adderall when I worked at Best Buy. I worked on cell phones, and I was fucking terrible at my job. Real bad. Really, really, really,
Is
really,
that-
really bad.
Is that how come you knew about the weeders in car audio? You
No,
guys were
actually,
swapping
My car.
drugs.
No, my car audio got my car stereo got ripped out one time in my old Honda, and I got it all replaced at Best Buy. But it was just a random thought I had in hindsight. I was like, "Oh, wait a second, the Best Buy audio dudes were super stoners." And shouts out to them, but it was just really funny. So I was thinking about.
Shout out Best Buy stoners.
Shout out Best Buy stoners. Too. Yeah,
I'm sure
two
there's
shout-outs.
I'm sure there's a couple of
There you
couple
go.
of
You
lifers
figured it
that still.
out.
Oh man. So I worked at Best Buy for 2 years. So I think in that time frame I only had one Black Friday though that I actually worked, because the first year I worked there I worked in merchandising, which was basically like you got to get there at like 5 a.m. and stock all the shit. The second year I moved into like the media department, which was like video games and all that shit. I will never forget Black Friday because we had to be there at like 3 a.m. and we
Mhm.
had to work until like 3 p.m.
Mhm.
And it was obnoxious. Like I pulled up at 3 a.m. It's like freezing cold outside. It was up in Pittsburgh. I pulled up. There were people like camped
Pittsburgh.
outside with like tents and all kinds of shit. And it wasn't even that great of a sale that year from what I remember. So
Was it the PlayStation 3 year?
I think so. Yeah. PlayStation
There
3 and
it is.
Xbox 360.
Yep.
So you said you only worked one Black Friday, but you worked there for 2 years.
Yeah,
See,
because when I worked
there-
in merchandising, I didn't have to work Black Friday because merchandising, like we
Oh,
did all that
Which
shit
is
like
the
the day
opposite
before.
of Home Depot's merchandisers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because for me, they were like, anybody that works here is working Black Friday. Every single person on the roster will have a shift.
You gotta
Yeah, I
remember, he was in
wasn't there.
Pittsburgh. They have different rules up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Abandoned
rules.
all
Well, I thought-
hope
I thought it was
you
a
could
different
enter.
game.
I thought it was a corporate policy, man. I mean,
Nah, man. So basically, I got in there and like, of course, we had to like pull all the Black Friday shit out. We'd already been prepping it for like a week or whatever because they keep everything in the back, just like on the displays. I mean, you know. So we pull
Mhm.
out all the
Yeah.
media stuff, and I literally like I remember the moment those doors opened and people just like running through, and I got up on like a pallet and just stood there for a little while.
Like you're in
Yeah.
oh fuck, what's the game? Dead Island or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, I couldn't move. I couldn't
Trying to
move.
get
I
rid of
just
the
stood up on
swarm.
the pallet and literally like Stevie, I was just like a director, like this way, this way. I felt like I was like directing planes or some shit while I was in there. It was insane. I couldn't move for probably an hour and a half. I was just
It was
stuck on the pallet. Just
it was the
standing
most
there.
useless I ever felt at a job.
Yeah, dude. You can't do anything. You just like direct people to where things are.
You're in the
And
middle
just
of a
you're
riot.
yelling over things and you're just trying to
'Cause,
keep
you know-
people like civil, which is near impossible.
No.
It's so
Old
crazy
school
if you
Black
think
Fridays are
about.
different.
Yeah, like nowadays, it's like nothing because everything's online. They've been doing Black Friday sales for like a week and a half now.
It saved a
not
lot of
longer.
lives.
So
Some
it's
of them
like-
started at the
some places
beginning
been
of
doing it for a
November.
month.
Yeah.
It's Black Month now.
It's Black Month. Get
Yep.
It's not what I meant. Not that one. That's in February.
So I worked at a Walmart in, the only thing I really remember was the vibe, whereas like people lined up, people were camped out inside the stores and they all had a look on their face like, I will literally shoot somebody for these half off cheesy
I always
dogs.
wondered how they did that because like Walmart is like 24 hours.
People
So
were
there
just
was
like
one
camped out
time
inside.
I went to a Walmart one year with Jeff, my buddy. He's like, "There's a TV that's on sale. Let's go to Walmart before we head over to the bar." And I was like, "All right, cool." So we go to Walmart, and like different aisles were mapped out for different sales that people were there for.
Yeah.
And there was only a certain number of TVs, and so we got in line, and the guy's like, "Yeah, there's only 50 of these TVs." And Jeff's like, "So what number are you?" He goes, "Oh, I'm 56." I was like, "Then why the fuck are you still on the line? Are you hoping
is it?
someone's like, you know what? Fuck this TV. I'm
I
out."
don't need this TV out. Quit.
Yeah.
So,
gonna
so
change their
instead,
mind
Jeff
or
and I
some
went
shit.
to the bar and did what you're supposed to do on Black Friday and drink through it.
Amen.
See, that's what I never understood about the lines. If you have the ticket, why do you?
That was before tickets.
Right.
That was before
Yeah.
the tickets. That was
The
before
tickets
they
were
started
when they
passing
got
those out.
smarter.
People were getting in line right after they ate. Yeah.
The
he
queue
walked through the
days.
line and counted people. Yeah. So instead, we drank through Thanksgiving night like you're supposed to.
So I recall there was this one family that they always went to Black Friday at Best Buy every year. They'd show up like 5 days ahead because they would have some family member in a tent camp out right by the front door.
Love
And then
the
they had
game.
an RV in the parking lot. So they would do shifts as family members standing in front of the line. Every
Like
year.
the deals, do they know the deals aren't that good? Like they're okay.
Nope. They
Not
don't
any,
care about
yeah,
that
not
part.
not these days, you know.
Yeah.
But they
Even
would get
back then.
all of them.
There was always like a TV on sale, a laptop on sale, and then like they'd always have like DVDs for really cheap. And that was like it. There
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
a whole lot else.
But what they would do is like they would have an employee come out and they would hand out the tickets, and that family would get one of everything, even if they didn't want it, just because they could,
Yeah.
you know.
It's messed up, man.
And so that's how you end up with like,
Ridiculous.
they actually end up having the shit later on, like, 4 hours later, like there's no way in hell they're going to have this laptop, because you showed up 4 hours late, and you go over
Yeah.
there and like, actually we do have that available because there's dorks that stand in line and get the ticket that don't actually want the shit.
Do other countries give as much of a shit about 25% off television as Americans do? Like, does anyone else care
No.
about this? Or are we just like, I am going to snipe that 90-year-old woman for this toaster, and I will go to sleep, and I'll sleep like a baby because I don't give a fuck about that bitch. Because all I care about is that this toaster, I saved $20 on it. God bless America. Because that's
Oh, you're
kind
not
of
even
the vibe of
getting
Black Friday.
$20 off of it. You're getting like
That's what they think.
$5.
That
So-
my imaginative person thinks they're getting $20 off.
So,
Oh,
fun
okay.
fact. Of course, the United States created Black Friday, but it has since moved to like many, many other countries. So yeah, there's a lot of other ones that do now, like Australia, Canada, UK, Liechtenstein, Germany, Poland, Italy, Greece, New Zealand. Like, it seems like pretty much there's like 20 or 30 other countries that celebrate it.
Well, you got to get those
Celebrate it.
global sales.
Yeah, that's it.
So I always assumed that it was, because it's like part of the Thanksgiving package. And since other countries don't necessarily celebrate Thanksgiving, then why would they
Yeah.
have a Black Friday event? They would have normal holiday sales.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
That's
no,
right
they celebrate it the
Friday.
same way.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I mean, hey, fuck it,
Craziness.
let them.
And y'all's Best Buy stuff sounds ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It was, man.
'Cause-
That's why I quit.
Because my experiences came from Home Depot, and those were far easier for me.
Well, nobody's gonna go to Home Depot on like Black Friday. What are you gonna come in and buy like a
bitch, you are
2x4?
wrong. Oh, you are incredibly
yeah.
incorrect on this.
Half off, baby.
All right, so
Well, there's like
it's always-
washers and dryers in there too.
no, it's not even those. It's toolboxes. It's
Oh yeah, it's
poinsettias.
Christmas gifts.
Oh, it's all the man shit.
Screwdriver
It's
sets.
ladders. No, it's not even those. Those are already on sale for the month prior too. It's just those three big things. And then what gets me is the weeks leading up to it, we were having, because I was a merchandiser, so we were having to put the wing stacks in specific spots that were mapped out. And then we had to cover them with like 2 layers of big black trash bags and then tape those bitches on the bottom, because you'd have these nosy dicks going around just lifting it up. And we'd walk by and go, you know, it's almost Christmas. You need to behave. Like we would say random shit to them and they'd just look at you like, excuse you?
Like, no,
But no,
excuse you.
working on Black Friday as a merchandiser is great. You just walk in at your normal time, because we were always 6 o'clock to 3 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. And so we walk in like normal. We knew we were going to get a breakfast and a lunch for free because they gave it to the store associates. And we would just post up in the random spots in the store. And there was one year we were selling the shower Bluetooth speakers, and I synced one up to my phone and just started playing the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack and just sat there. Yeah. And one year we were selling the RC helicopters, and we finally got one to like truly start to fly up, and then we almost hit the sprinkler system in the ceiling, so we immediately stopped.
You got to be careful with that.
Like Jeff and I immediately panicked. We're like, oh, put this down, run.
That's hilarious.
But it was always great because people, they'd come in, they'd have the map that they were handed, like, so where's this item? We're like, oh, you're like 3 hours too late for it.
I thought that COVID would have killed off everybody who cared about Black Friday, but they're
It kind of did.
Yeah,
It kind of did. Like a lot of stores stopped doing the whole opening on Thanksgiving Eve or Thanksgiving night.
Yeah.
And they started pushing it to literally just like 6 a.m.s were the earliest. And then COVID came around and they're like, everything's online. Don't come in our store.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, now they're not even open on Thanksgiving anymore. Like,
Which is great.
Target,
Good.
Walmart all said they aren't
Target
open on
started
Thanksgiving
that
anymore.
shit. So,
Yep.
you
good
know,
because those
big ups to
employees
Target.
deserve time off, man, and shit.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Everybody
It was so
deserves
dumb.
to eat nice food.
Like, keep Black Friday on Black Friday, bro. It's called Black Friday because it's on a Friday, not on Thursday night.
Well, it's
Yeah,
like
for real.
radio stations in the race to be the first one to play Christmas music.
Ugh.
Last Christmas, I gave
they-
my heart.
15 seconds or less, Jason.
Oh shit!
Better start paying them royalties.
Here's the thing I don't understand is why people don't just like rebel up against companies and be like, yo, if you're gonna have this fucking TV $250 off for like a month straight, why the hell don't you just sell it for $250 less all the time? You fucking asshole! You're just sitting here ripping us off.
Well,
And
they do.
making
You're
us
just
act
not
like
paying
damn
attention to the
buffoons.
sales.
I mean, I do, man. Hey, I am a paying for advocate, man. I know when the shit goes on sale. But I'm saying in general though, it's like in general, you know, like we just got to stand up to these people, man.
Go ahead, lead the revolution.
We just got to put on our suicide vests and sorry, it's on YouTube, not suicide vest. I don't know. You know, it's not. I'm not gonna be like Mr. Anti-Capitalist. It's not really my thing. I will say, most of the time I'm broke as shit come Black Friday, so I don't think about it. This year I could buy some shit, but I won't.
Not
Except for
gonna.
some pants and some clothes and some shoes and shit. But
And
the
a
truth
light
is
bulb.
like, and a light bulb, but
I
it's
need
like,
a
I've
pack of tube socks.
all black.
Hey, you
But
know
it's
what?
like,
Self-care is good care, man.
well, it's like
Gonna
I
get
bought,
some slacks.
I bought myself a PlayStation 5. It's sitting right behind me, the inverted ice cream sandwich looking doodad. And that's enough for me. I'm a simple guy. I'm just happy to, I don't know. I just imagine like, there's
Ladies,
no
the line forms to the
Hey,
left.
you want to watch some Netflix on a borrowed account? But like, I just couldn't
On
imagine.
my PlayStation 5 in the dark.
What's up? Offers open.
As long as you
We
keep
can-
two shirts
we can
on.
we can Netflix and chill with this one light bulb I
Let's
got,
go.
baby.
It is not going to
Oh.
heat you up.
And he's got delicious hamburgers downstairs.
I didn't
I
make
can
those.
turn
That
off.
is roommate made.
But my roommate said we could only have one.
Yeah, but I just couldn't imagine like just socking it, like punching a dad in the head to get like a TV. But let me tell you something: at Black Friday, people will murder each other for that toaster, and it's like there's given the opportunity, they do it right now though. Like the environment
online
changed.
sales.
And maybe that's for the best. I think that's changed. People have not died. People are still alive because we've kind of changed the way we approach Black Friday.
Well, yeah,
there's
there's
just-
that Walmart associate that got trampled years ago.
Mhm.
Dude. So there's just something like Black Friday like summons like the inner demon in us that just loves to like hunt for dumb shit that we don't need. It's like capitalism's fun. It's lit. It's whatever. But like if you've ever worked at a Black Friday audience, you've seen like the devil himself come out in people in terms of just like, you know, like I just imagine like a dad giving their son a knife and being like, go stab the man over there, slit his Achilles heels, and I'll run behind you and grab the television. It brings out a darkness in people that
Well,
I don't ever
y'all
wanna
remember
see again.
the Tickle Me Elmo fiasco, where people were
Oh,
literally
yeah.
getting into
Oh, yeah.
fist fights over that shit.
Do you remember when they like put them on balloons and sent them out? So
Yeah.
whoever caught them would get them for free.
they airdropped them, the care package.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really?
Just imagine you're like out walking your dog and you just hear
And
some
you just
Elmo
get a
shit
concussion
above you.
because of Elmo.
Yeah, you like because at the time they
pretty
were
good.
selling them bitches online for like
Thanks.
$1,000 because you couldn't get them.
I do a pretty solid Elmo impression.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Is that what that was?
Oh yeah.
This was pre Furby. It was like
out
98,
Furby.
99.
Shouts out to Furbies. I love this little doodads.
Dude, I was thinking about that the whole time I was watching
Love
the
it.
Gremlins last week.
Wasn't there a lawsuit about that? There's a lawsuit about that, about how the Furbies were in an infringement on Gizmo. I'm right about
Was
that.
there?
I
They
think
changed
so.
it enough. It probably fell under the parody law that Weird Al gave us.
I think they actually had a Furby named Gizmo too. I think that's what pissed
There
them
was.
off.
It
Oh,
was
that's
settled in
right.
1998.
It's pushing luck.
They were like,
Yep.
man, what the heck? Let's call the lawyer.
It looks like Furby settled out of court.
I mean, they had a case.
No.
They had a case.
Not
Oh,
an
they didn't wanna go to big boy court?
Because
Yeah.
they would have lost.
Hard.
They should have countered with a licensing deal. Like, look, let's make some Gremlin Furbies. Like, come
They
on.
could've.
Nobody wants that.
They could have
Nah.
made so many bucks.
Furbies were already torture as it was.
That is quite
They were
true.
awesome to like screw with. We had like three.
No,
or
they
four
did
of
it
them.
on their own. My sister had one that was nocturnal.
Yeah, me and my best friend had like 3 or 4 of them collectively.
I never owned one, but I always admired them
You admired
From
Furbies?
afar.
from afar.
He would look at Furbies from afar. One day I'll have my own Furby.
10 or
Not
11
too
years
long
ago.
ago.
Yeah.
I would walk.
They brought back the Tamagotchi too.
I'd walk by in toy stores and just sort of like touch them on their little beaks and walk away and say, "I can't own you because you're loud and annoying, but I appreciate your vibe." And just walk on by.
One day my parents will let me have a Furby.
Little Furby, I appreciate your vibe.
Yeah, I appreciate your vibe, Mr. Furbs or Mrs. Furbs.
Jason aspires to have a Furby vibe of his own.
Yeah.
If they bring back
Oh,
anything
God.
next, though, it needs to be Teddy Ruxpin, man. It's been like 30 something years.
No, that shit was eating kids' hair.
What the fuck
They
is this shit?
they discontinued it because it was
Yeah.
eating hair, dude.
Teddy,
Yeah.
Teddy,
Like-
Teddy Ruckersville? What the fuck are you talking about?
Teddy Ruxpin.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Ruxpin.
You don't know Teddy Ruxpin?
No.
Come on, you would put a Slayer tape
don't?
in it just to
Are
get
you
the
for
weird
real
shit
right
to
now?
come out of Teddy Ruxpin's mouth.
It's like an animatronic cassette player teddy bear.
Yeah,
And it read you the stories.
it did. And its
Or-
mouth would move.
When the batteries started to die, he turned into the devil.
Yeah. It's kind of like, you know how cassette tapes when like, yeah, there you go.
That's
So when
that's
like
the
cassette
fucking guy.
when cassette players die, it like starts to slow down. So like the Teddy Ruxpin would do that, but also its mouth moved, and if kids got too close to it when its mouth was moving, it would literally eat their hair.
You
so
know
like
that
they
some
their
discontinued it
fault.
because of it.
you know that some fentanyl laced like PA hipster musician dude has like circuit bent those into like pedals by now, Scott. Like in modern time, I bet you buy a Teddy Ruxpin that has like a modular synth built into it that makes weird fucking sounds, and some guy who weighs like 90 pounds and smokes cigarettes from upstate like Pittsburgh or whatever. Like you know the dude I'm talking about, Scott.
Upstate Pittsburgh.
He's trying to stay on brand.
Not upstate Pennsylvania, the actual state.
I don't know.
Upstate Pittsburgh. Oh my god!
But,
listen, Jason. I appreciate what you're saying because honestly, like
yeah,
Pennsylvania really is only Pittsburgh. If we're being real,
there's Philadelphia.
Hey,
no, there's.
You need to know.
That's a different
know
state.
your role.
We don't
you
claim
know
that.
your role, man.
Yeah, Philadelphia is basically Jersey.
If we have any listeners from Philadelphia, I'm sorry. That's just how it is. Yeah, they're pretty much Jersey.
I fear
Anyway,
for my life.
so
I fear for my
upstate
life
Pittsburgh.
a lot more in
Upstate Pittsburgh.
Pennsylvania.
With the Teddy Ruxpin pedal.
This ain't right.
Gotta be out there. I know they are.
These are cigarettes exclusive to upstate Pittsburgh.
Oh my god. All right, we ready to move on? Let's move
Yes.
No, actually, I do have one more thing to say about Black Friday from
Sure.
the workers' side. So, at the end of the second year Black Friday, 5:30, I worked 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. So, I was at the end. It was like 5:25 a.m. So I'm at the end. I work in computers this time.
Mm.
And, you know, going back to what you were talking about earlier, how they come in like 4 hours later and they're like, do you still have this? So like,
No,
I already
we don't.
knew that we didn't. Yeah, I was like,
We don't got
I already
shit.
knew that we didn't.
You dumbass.
I already
What the fuck
knew.
you think? You come here 4 fucking hours later? You think we got shit? No, motherfucker. We don't got nothing. Go the fuck home.
I was too tired to be that abrasive.
Jason gets to edit himself on this one. Jason's going to be sitting there like holding his forehead going, man, I am peaking so bad. This is going to suck on editing.
I'll have a compressor and everything. Don't worry about it.
But anyways, so this lady looks at me and she's like, do you have this Toshiba laptop? I'm like, no, ma'am. He's like, whoa, can you check in the back? I'm like, yeah, we're out of it. And then she's like, okay, well, what about the Lenovo laptop? And by this point, I'm starting to smile involuntarily because I'm like 12 hours into my shift. I'm almost done. I just got to get through her first, and then it's over.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I'm smiling. She's like, you know, do you have this Lenovo laptop? I'm like, no, I don't. She's like, can you double check in the back? And I'm like, no, we don't have it. I'm sorry. And I'm smiling. She's like, look at you. You're smiling. You're not even going to check. You don't even care. And I'm like, ma'am, I know we don't have it. I've been here for 12 hours. But, you know, of course, she was just like, you know, fuck you, you know, because
they always are.
I was a retail servant at the time. But
True.
I
You're
remember
the gatekeeper between her and a Lenovo laptop.
Yep.
yeah.
You guys want to know the darkest retail story I've got?
No.
You
Sure.
about that? You sure? This is a true story. This is
You gave me an option. I
I
took
felt
one.
like
This is fair.
he wasn't saying shit, so I told him yes, so he would continue.
So, this is when I worked at Walmart. I worked in the electronics department at this Walmart in Lake Wiley. It was about like 11:30 at night. This guy comes.
Shout
in.
out to electronics department.
Yeah, respect. I learned. a lot
That
of-
doesn't count. That was Stevie's. That was
Oh,
Stevie's
Stevie.
one.
I was
Back to 3.
Oh,
just to get to the point of this one. Guy comes in with his lady friend. She didn't have a lower jaw. No jaw. No fucking jaw.
you know what? I
Was
think
there
I've seen
no
that.
chin or no jaw?
No.
Because
jaw.
like I've seen people that don't have much of a chin. It's just
No.
like mouth.
Like
and then
James
just-
Ellsworth?
The meth has taken it.
right.
She had no fucking jaw.
And I had to sell him a TV and play it
That's not
totally
funny.
straight.
You didn't
And play-
have
I
to
did.
sell the TV.
Could he speak? Could he speak?
He could. His girlfriend was the one that was missing the jaw. He was all right.
Oh,
he
she
was.
was-
He was jaw
okay.
positive. Everything was good there. She was not jaw positive.
Jaw
And
positive.
it was a really strange night. And I sold him a TV and I sent him along their way. And at the end of the night, I was like, "Damn, that was wild."
Not
dude.
jaw
I-
positive.
Yeah, and I felt
Not
so
jaw
bad
positive.
for her. But I was
That's-
thinking, like,
that
this
should
is
be
the
a T-shirt.
jaw positive. But I was just like, I don't know what happened to my girl's jaw, but she had no ding dang jaw, and it was lit. And I was like, this is
No ding dang jaw.
No
ding
ding dang jaw, bro.
But I played it
After
straight,
that
man.
cussing
I played it
tirade he
straight.
just went
I-
on.
I looked her right in the eyes and sold her the TV and acted like everything was hunky dory, baby. Because I'm a
Well, I'm glad you looked her in the
salesman.
eyes and not in her jaw.
Yeah, you couldn't
That's
even look
the
her in the
point.
jaw.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because she couldn't look her in the jaw because she was
It's
jaw
real.
negative.
Shame.
It was
That's
real.
shame.
It was real life. That was a real life aspect.
I think I've served them before too.
Really?
I think I remember that.
Yeah. I mean, there's not
So
only
I've
so
blo-
many.
I've tried to block out a lot of the retail memories, but I think I recall a lady with no jaw.
So like the jawless fam gets around.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Between Lake
Which,
Wylie and Gastonia.
I feel bad for her. I feel bad
Yeah,
for
it was
her.
lit. It was fucking like, oh my god, damn, bro. She don't
Although,
have a fucking jaw, dude. Damn.
I have one more retail story, and I'll make it short, but it's worth it. I promise you.
Go for it.
So
Better
at the
be.
time, I was working at a local store called Gamers Alley, which is basically a GameStop, except for they actually have cooler shit, like all the old stuff.
Shots fired.
And there was a massive line, and then this dude, he comes up to the counter, but he's like down on his knees, and I'm like, at first
Was he like leg negative?
so he didn't have any legs. Okay, I'll go ahead and give you the ending because you guessed it. However, at the time, I did not realize that was what was happening. I just thought he was down on his knees looking at the little shelves that are right there in front of the register. And so he like walks up and he looks me in the face, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And he's like, "What's up?" And I was like, "What are you doing down there?" And he says, "What are you doing up there? You got a lot of balls," saying that to me. And so keep in mind, there's like 12 people in the store, and nobody is looking at me like I'm an asshole. So I'm confused. I'm like, well, like, do you need help with something or what? Because I thought he was looking at the shelves. And then that's when I realized, because he like walked over to grab something else off of like a shelf. And I realized he was just walking on his knees.
Yeah, how was he doing?
He was
that
walking on his
exactly?
knees.
Did he have shoes?
He's just nubbing.
Did he have shoes on?
No, he just
gotta
had
have
he had
feet
like
to wear shoes.
he had like jeans. So I guess he was walking on denim with his nubs.
Isn't that a Mark Cohn song?
Annie Lennox.
No, she was walking on broken glass.
That's what I was trying to get at. Thank you.
My coworker at the time, he knew the whole time that the dude didn't have any legs, and after the dude
Coworker's
walked
the
off,
asshole.
I was the coworker usually in that case.
Just
the
to
guy's
let
like,
it
I wanna
play
get a
out.
360. I'm gonna go pick out some games, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll go get the 360. And then whenever I left behind the counter to go get the system in the back, that's when I saw the dude didn't have any legs, and then I realized that I'm a piece of shit. So I ended up walking over to the guy, and I said it loud enough to where everyone in the store realized that I didn't know what I was doing. Earlier when I was talking shit, I guess in quotations is what you could say. But I was like, hey man, I didn't realize that you didn't have any legs when I was saying, what are you doing down there? I'm really sorry about that. And he was cool. He was like, oh man, don't worry about it. Don't sweat it, man. And I was like, all right, sweet. And then I sold him his shit. He left. I never saw him again.
He scooted out. I just realized. So
I think I did offend him, And if you're listening, like, dude, I'm sorry.
hey, like, dude, we're airing our grievances of how we've been assholes in the past on this episode. I was gonna say, I just had this realization that if Steven and I had ever worked together in a retail outlet, like, he would have been the coworker that I would have been friends with, but he would tell me like weird shit and like weird shit by my standards, and I'd be like, that's cool, dude. And then I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna go outside and like smoke a cigarette or something, and like it would just be like I could totally envision our relationship if it pertained to like us working together. It'd have been like a vibe. It'd been basically like Clerks, but like a Gastonia variant of Clerks, essentially. But yeah, I just have
Honestly,
we never
man,
worked together.
Dude, I'm usually like the best coworker because all I do is bitch about the job all day.
Well, see, that's why I would avoid you if we were working, because you drive me fucking crazy. Because I cannot work with the people that all they do is bitch about the job. Like I only have so much complaining in me.
I would complain to the managers about it. You know, like I would actually like let them know.
So then all I
like,
would do is just
people-
I parlay that into making the managers like me more, because I would let you ride that wave, and then I would like counterpoint it. Depending on the managers, if they're like a smart manager, I wouldn't care. If it was a dumb manager, then I would like kind of like play this like bullshit Game of Thrones thing, because I get really bored of work environments. But I can see it working out.
Well, usually people like to watch
old temporary
me.
Jason.
People usually like to watch me confront the managers because no one ever does it. So they're like, "Oh shit, he's really gonna tell that manager what's up."
Like, oh, he's gonna do this. He gonna do.
Yeah,
this.
because I mean, I don't care. Like, I'm not. I told myself,
in regards to the nub man, I would have totally let that one like I would have told you shit and like just let you walk into it. I'm like, yeah, the guy's like looking down real low or some shit.
I know, man, dude. I seriously, man, I deserve to feel like shit for that one.
Then I would have brought you lunch just to make up for it. I'm a kind of benevolent. I'm a kind of benevolent coworker.
All right. Well, speaking of lunch, let's get into the great debate here. We're going to talk a little bit about those who like turkey and those who are wrong and like ham. And
this is going to be a 3-on-1 for sure.
Burying that lead.
It might be a 3-on-1. Jared is kind of on the fence a little.
Why can't we all get along? I like both.
So it's like 2.5 versus 1. But okay, let's start by saying this. Stevie, are you having turkey or ham? I guess at this point, did you have turkey or ham for your Thanksgiving meal?
I had turkey and ham for my Thanksgiving meal.
Oh, you had both?
Damn.
Yeah,
turn up.
Okay.
I bought the whole shebang. I always have turkey and ham for Thanksgiving. You got to have turkey, man. But I love ham more, which is why I lean more towards team ham.
Damn.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about that. What makes you love
educate me.
Okay, what makes you love the salt bomb that is ham so much? Is it the salt
bomb?
Is it the fat? Because I find it so fatty. Like I can never find a good piece. I can never find a good piece of ham that's actually like not coated in bullshit. Okay,
really?
I don't like sweet meat that much either. Like, don't give me that sweet meat shit. I also hate pineapple. So it's like,
Scott loves that
Scott
salty
hates
meat.
pineapple. I forget about this.
I
love
hate pineapple.
That's because it's the fruit that eats you back.
Exactly.
Right. I don't want
It's
fruit that
endearing.
eats me.
So I don't put pineapple on ham per se,
That's not
but
true.
if I go to
Sharks,
someone's
lions,
Thanksgiving,
bears.
if I go to someone else's house and they have pineapple on the ham, I'm not going to be like, hey, get that off my plate. Ew. You know, I'm going to eat it. But nah, man, I mean, you know, typically I go with the honey baked ham or like a hickory smoked ham, you know, depending on who's driving.
All right, so let me tell you how my ham experience started.
Well, hold on. Let's focus on the who's driving part. Like, do you eat so much ham that someone can't drive correctly?
No, I was making like a joke.
Is it rum ham?
Well, there is rum ham. Yeah, so hickory smoked ham.
Do you get the hamnotics?
A rum ham. Hamnotics?
Hamnotics when you drink
like
you eat so much
hypnotics?
Ham. Yeah, the hamnotics. When you eat so much ham, you just like pass out, wake up 6 hours later without your pants off for some reason. And you're like, oh, too much ham.
Without them off? So they're
Wait,
on?
is that really a thing, Jason? How much ham have you had?
Not enough.
That's the wrong kind of ham.
Are you
Actually,
also licking toads?
Was that ham or
Hamnotics
roofies?
Hamnotics is when you put the cough syrup in the ham, actually.
Okay. Haven't done that.
The lean ham, if you will.
Lean
I like
ham.
how every time I'm trying to say some stuff, Jason always grabs the wheel and just swerves us off onto the fucking
Welcome to the podcast.
into the
Welcome to the
ditch.
podcast.
Episode 93.
Nah.
Stevie finally figures it out.
If I see the target, I gotta go for it every time.
And most of the time, he's hitting way off target.
Anyways,
He's a stormtrooper.
I just want to say, you know, I don't feel like the ham is that salty.
I do.
Maybe the
It's
prepared
cured in
versions
salt,
that you've
right?
had.
It's cured in salt.
Well,
like that's how
I know.
ham is made.
I know it has salt in it, but I mean, so does a lot of soups.
On it?
I don't say a lot of
Around
soups
it?
are salty.
Yeah,
What the
it
hell
literally
just happened?
is pretty much salt.
It's good soup.
Like they cure the ham, like to smoke the ham, and they cure it in salt. Like literally, it's just coated in salt. You know, so
Let me
it
make an
literally is just-
argument.
What the hell is happening to my computer right now?
Oh
I don't know.
shit! It found
Uh-oh.
him.
Uh-oh.
Stevie Googled
It's not
actor.
me, baby. Let's go.
It's not
I didn't
Jason
do
this
shit.
time.
Oh, thank you.
My
jeez.
screens are flickering.
Thank you, podcast.
Dude, that
I feel
happened
like
to
I'm
me
playing-
earlier.
I feel like I'm playing Phasmophobia right now.
Oh, you're back.
And he's back.
Jesus. Could you hear me the whole time?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can
could
hear
hear you. You're good. The
All right,
audio's still
good.
there.
For ham. I'm gonna make a ham.
Okay.
I'm gonna go pro ham.
Like for ham. Oh, you're going pro ham.
Yes.
Okay.
Pro ham. You don't
I knew
need
Jason always had my back.
well, you don't need as much ham because people can't physically eat that much ham because it's got so much goddamn salt in it that after like 3 or 4 slices you're gonna tap out. Turkey
Is this
though,
pro
This
ham?
doesn't
It's like-
seem very pro ham on that one.
Yeah. It's basically saying this
economical
basically is
option, I
too salty
suppose.
to actually eat too much of it.
yeah,
I
so you
guess
can
it's
get-
economical
you,
and
you can
healthier.
Stretch it out. Yes. It's economical unless
Chew
like
on the
turkey.
ham for a little bit is what Jason's saying.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about turkey is like, turkey's usually, it's like 50% good sometimes. Or
Whoa.
half the time it's good, half the time it's not good.
Whoa. What kind of turkey you eating?
the dark meat's always
I mean, I'm talking about if I go to somebody else's house. I mean,
And
if
they-
I make the turkey, it's
listen,
bomb dig.
If they do a shit ass job of making the turkey and it's dry as hell, you can still redeem it by putting gravy on it. There's no
Gravy,
redeeming
baby.
ham. Like you
That's
can't
not
like
true.
you can't put something else on bad ham to make bad ham good
Pineapple.
ham.
Yeah,
Like
you
what?
can.
What?
Pineapple.
You could put gravy on ham, dog.
No,
you could
dude,
put cranberry
that's
sauce on ham.
gross. Oh god.
Dude, you
Blech.
can make a damn ham taco with green bean casserole in it.
We're
I
gone
told you
now.
I like green bean casserole.
We're gone now. We've lost it.
I'm not
We've
against
lost
it.
it.
Needless to say,
I'm really
needless
off
to
right
say,
now.
you put this segment on here because you wanted to team up on the ham guy, but I like both. I just want to put that on record.
Hold on. Which one do
Stevie
you like
likes
more?
ham
Which one do you like
and
more?
turkey.
If you
He's
had to
already said
choose
that.
one for dinner, turkey or ham?
Turkey.
ham.
Turkey.
I would choose ham. The goddamn ham.
I
I
disagree.
think
That's
don't-
okay, man. More ham
It's
for
just-
me.
It's just yeah, you can have all the ham, bro.
Me and
the
Danny
only
DeVito are gonna have some rum ham.
the only ham I like is
He eats
sliced
Jersey
real
Mike's now.
thin and on
Yeah.
a sandwich. That's about
Nice.
Deli ham. That's the best ham.
it. Deli ham. Yeah, it's the only.
But yeah, what I was saying earlier about the salt thing
I
is
can go
like
for
I
some
don't think
ham.
it tastes that salty in comparison because I've had like canned chili before and I've been like, this is good as fuck. But then I look at it and I'm like, oh my God, it's nothing but salt. But it doesn't taste that way to me. However, I do not eat a lot of ramen because I do think that shit does taste like straight up salt.
I'll agree with that.
Well, that's
it
the
is.
seasoning packet. That's salt.
Yeah.
You
Well,
should
yeah.
only use half the seasoning packet.
I don't eat that type of ramen. I eat the cup noodles. It already
That
has it
is
on there.
worse.
I mean, it's got the little dry veggies in it, man. I like the
Yeah,
little
but
dry
it's got the
veggies.
same amount of sodium.
I know it does.
you,
I
you
drain
ready
the
for
water,
this?
so a lot of the seasoning comes out of it. But
So ham has 1,684 milligrams of sodium per 1 cup of ham, and that's boneless, extra lean ham that's
Gee,
roasted.
Believes.
That's 70% of your
Salt
daily
gain.
value. Salt.
that's why we only
on
eat
salt,
it twice a
on
year, man.
salt. I eat it
Ah,
0
some
times a
people-
year, so like
Eat it 3 times a year, apparently.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
getting salt somewhere, man. Salt's gonna find you.
Easter, Thanksgiving.
yeah, but like I'd
Christmas.
rather disperse it like throughout the day instead of just like one piece of ham is like all the salt I need for like a lifetime.
I mean, like I said, twice a year, man. Thanksgiving and Christmas.
I like
I don't
to
even
say
eat ham at Easter.
I just want to say that this podcast today's episode has felt more like the meme with the 3 Doges talking about shit versus like the one musician who's like, "Will anyone listen to my song?" And I really have appreciated the vibe of this episode because we're out here talking about sodium content, not giving a fuck. It's like, and it's like, and you're just like, how the fuck does anyone give a shit about sodium content? Au contraire, listener, you probably do. Why? Because for whatever reason, podcasts just work. This is a very meta
Because we
comment
do.
on this podcast, but it's true.
We're here for
So,
you.
what I mean by ham, the economical option, because you can feed more people. Because after 3 slices, Grandpa can't have any more. He's on blood thinners. Grandma can't have any more. She's a little chunky. The dog can't have any more because your dog probably shouldn't have that much ham. Turkey, though, it's just like a fucking dry ass bird meat. You can fucking fillet it around for like a whole week long. So you can just feed more people. Unless, like, Steven, unless your family is just fucking like, I'm about to fuck this ham up. Like, you get a quadrant of ham, you get a quadrant of ham, you get a quadrant of ham. But generally speaking, from previous experiences, after like 2 or 3 slices of ham, I tap out. I'm gonna go get some stuffing because I'm a real one.
True.
We did honey baked ham this year, and we got a 9.3 pound ham, and it'll last us like a week.
That is like 9 pounds too much of ham.
Between myself,
Scott
my
only wants
mom,
0.3 pounds of ham.
That's all I can handle.
A couple of plates for some other friends.
Now, let me make an argument against turkey. Eating turkey.
That would still be pro ham.
Yes. Shit, it would be.
He's just letting you know that he's just letting you know that turkey's not safe and it's turkey's turn.
I was gonna make a tryptophan joke, but it's gone now. To be pro turkey, I tend to eat like just bird meat more than anything else. You know,
I don't think anyone's ever burned their house down making a ham either.
This is actually kind of
I bet they have.
That's because people don't flash fry a ham.
That's true.
Because they don't need to, because it's fucking good.
No, because
they don't need to
because candied.
They literally, if they made it any more unhealthy, it'd pretty much just kill you per bite.
Hold up. This is the South, sir. I'm sure somebody's fried a ham before. What you talking about,
more
Willis?
than likely.
Come on.
Of course.
But you mostly hear about people burning down their house from them frying their turkeys incorrectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they fry them frozen.
That's one thing. Also, they don't put the turkey in first before they put the oil in.
Yep.
Just watch a YouTube video, people, before you fry a turkey, please.
People, wait, Scott, you're making the face. They'll pour all the oil in first and then dump the turkey in, and it spills out, hits the flame, and is a fireball.
Like they already heated the oil up, and then they put the turkey in.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one time I deep fried a turkey, I did put the oil in first, but like, I heated the oil up, but you just like fill the oil up like halfway so it doesn't overflow.
See, people don't do that.
Right. You're using logic.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah, because you've taken a bath before, and you know when your body gets in the water, it rises. And I guess most people don't think that when they put a turkey in a pot.
I'm not really pro bath, but I get it.
You know what I'm saying? You were a child once, I think. You probably
don't want to be a part of human stew.
It's been a long time.
You know that if a solid meets water, it takes up space.
I've put ice cubes in water before.
I'm just saying that dads get overzealous on Thanksgiving and they forget to pre-measure the turkey per oil ratio. That's all I'm saying. Because it's like they've had a couple of natties, they're watching the big game, and it's like, oh, shut the fuck up! I'll just put all the oil in, drop, and then their house is on fire, and their wife is like,
Thanksgiving games are the big ones, folks.
Go team!
Oh hell yeah!
Them Detroit, go sports.
Sure. I just hope both teams have a good time. Now you're just trying too hard. They got to come out naturally, Stevie.
Man, come on.
It's true. He's got to let it roll. He's got to let it roll. It's like the worst. The thing about comedy is that the more you think about it, the more constipated you become. But if you let it roll down the mountain like a volcano of ha-has, it'll all come rolling out with no problem at all. Do or do not do. There is no try. Or whatever that
Jason just compared comedy to buttholes and pooping.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although
that sounded like he was trying.
No, I'm thankfully pretty regular, but a volcano of ha-has is a really funny idea. Just like molten ha-has rolling down a hill.
Volcano of ha-has.
This is a very funny visual image.
Did you smoke with the Best Buy car audio guys again?
Yeah,
no,
for real.
I mean, how else would you know about it?
Oh God.
I never smoked weed with any of the Best Buy guys. This is a revelation I've had just now. Or like, no shit.
The Best Buy
it's
guy.
Like, Here's the thing about the audio guys at Best Buy is they always felt like dudes on a Breaking Bad show. Like Walter White would walk in to like move some meth through like a GMC Jimmy, and he had to get it installed in the car, and he would somehow like convince the audio department at the Best Buy to do the work for him. Like all the guys that worked in the audio section of Best Buy, they just had Breaking Bad vibes. They had Jesse Pinkman energy. And I mean that in like a positive way. They were who they were. Also, they're like
They're
tradesmen.
positively
Feel positive.
meth dealers.
They were meth positive.
Listen, people working their hands. Shouts out to them.
Meth positive, not
See?
meth negative.
Naturally.
All right, let's move it along. Turkey versus ham. I mean, listen, we'll leave it up to the audience. We're split. Jason
Personal
doesn't know where
opinions.
he's at.
I definitely
accept
was
that.
hungry.
We know where we all lay. Let's talk about the bottom 5 worst boomer restaurants. We're gonna keep the food train rolling here.
Because
We're
it's
a food
leftover
fest.
week, baby.
It's leftover week, and we're gonna talk about these leftover restaurants that have been sticking around since the 2000s and before. So
Yeah.
we all
Some of 'em.
decided the social media has kind of ruined some of these restaurants to the point where like their quality just keeps getting worse and worse and worse, and now everybody knows about it. So we've decided to power rank the bottom 5 worst boomer restaurants of all time. We're calling them boomer restaurants just because they're old restaurants that mostly old people still frequent
How
because
dare
they
you.
think they're quality cuisine. So
Don't break
So
their
Jason
illusion.
is there.
I
Jason
honestly,
is there.
we're not going to
Jason.
break the illusion. These are the places that still have
Jason.
early bird specials, man. Early bird specials. So
man.
as
my list isn't quite this boomer. I'm gonna be honest with you, but it is equate to that boomer chain restaurant mentality.
listen, if your list has all restaurants on it, my mind will be blown.
Straight. Oh, it does.
So
I'm the changed man, baby.
I'm just surprised he has the list every time we do this.
all right, candy corn candy bar. Let's go with number 5. Jason, we're gonna let you kick it off. Number 5.
So, for the record, I do kind of ride with a specific restaurant, but I had to start somewhere. Olive Garden. Why do I like it? Because when you're there, your family. Also, the bread's kind of good. Salad, not so much. But it is microwave pasta food. No way around it. It's just microwave pasta food. Like they
really
microwave
is.
that shit.
There's a
I love
reason
their salad.
that the plate.
I love
There's a
their
reason the
salad,
plates
cuh.
come that are so hot, like you can't even touch the plates. Anytime they delivered a plate to your table and said, "Don't touch the plate, it's hot," it's because it just came out of the microwave. There's no
Did you
other
say
reason a
fuck
plate would be
salad?
that hot.
Yeah, the Olive Garden salad is just like clunky, chunky, full of like. I mean, the olives are all right, but it's just like gross ass looking
Oh,
salad.
it is Olive Garden.
True.
What?
But it's just like it always.
I'm not gonna
Delay.
get into it. I'm not gonna get into it about
It's a
the
yucky looking
salad.
salad. I don't like group salads. It looks like it's just disgusting. It's like those like
You like
shared.
just personal salads.
It's like
You
those
need your own
shared
salad.
urinal. Yeah, like I like personal salad. It's like those shared urinals at like sporting events or whatever. That's why I equate like.
They
group
don't do those
salads to.
anymore.
Thank God.
They have
They
still have the
individual
urinal
stalls these
troughs.
days.
the
Where?
tr-
Urinal trough,
In
though?
upstate Pittsburgh?
And like amphitheaters, they have the trough, man.
Yes.
You go in and like you're peeing like hip to hip with like another dude, just dongs dangling everywhere.
a place
It's
for
awful.
real men doing real manly business.
It's like
It's the
that's
worst.
like
Okay.
drive-in theater style bathroom.
but
yeah,
I
just like you
equate
pee into a trough like a pig or something. It's
I
awful.
equate the Olive Garden salad to a urinal trough. I don't know why. I don't have a lot of evidence to back this up, but vibe wise, I equate the two together. So Olive Garden's number 5.
Well, Jason, I'm gonna go ahead and
Alright.
tell you right now that if you don't like group salad, like they have at the Olive Garden, I just want you to know that when you go to like another restaurant, they're all bunched up together in the back, and they just take the ingredients and mix them together in a bowl.
Yeah,
it's
but it's like
essentially
my
the same fucking thing.
But they don't deliver to the table that way.
yeah.
He wants it to be delivered individually, not in a giant
Yeah.
bowl.
Yeah.
What
of course,
about
all the lettuce lives
Community
together.
breadsticks. What about
That's
community
fine.
breadsticks?
That's fine for whatever reason. I don't mind that at all. But the salad
it's
is
just
just
the
like
salad.
it's just like just put it in a plate beforehand, please. Plate pretty please. That's all I ask. And then the food's microwave and not that good.
Sorry, Olive Garden. I love your salad.
All right, Jared, number 5.
I'm going with Denny's.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
Denny's is the
Listen,
worst.
I'm gonna piggyback my number 5. Also, Denny's,
Yeah.
because it's
Like you can only
literally
nasty
have
shit,
so
man.
many moons over my hammy.
That's true.
The best thing that happened to Denny's was that that hardcore show video that keeps floating around.
Yeah.
Actually, the best thing
What
that
the
ever
fuck is
happened to
up,
Denny's
Denny's?
was when it shut down.
There's still
The-
Denny's.
My last Denny's
Somewhere, yeah.
experience was the one in Gastonia. I remember walking in, every single table was dirty and covered in dishes. The dude came out of the back just like coated in shit. Like he just grabbed plates and just dumped them all over himself. He was just covered in just sauces and eggs and like I don't even know what the hell else was on him. At that point, I'm like, nah, we're out of here. We literally walked right back out the door. I will never go back to a Denny's again. And it's sad too, because when I was younger, I used to love going there. When I was like a teenager, it was great because they were open late. I would get like they had really good buffalo chicken tenders that I would get all the time. But man, I don't know what happened, but Denny's has fallen off.
I waited
See,
an
the deal
hour
with-
and a half for a sandwich at Denny's one time, the one in Gastonia, and then I was
Oh,
like,
man.
I'm out.
The worst.
I would have
dumb
left
shit.
after the half hour.
Yeah.
The deal with Denny's for me though is like it's the biggest one like physically as far as like the size of the restaurant compared to like IHOP and Waffle House, but it has the least amount of employees. There's always like 2 or 3 people working in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It truly is. Poor Denny's.
And it's just whack ass food. Go down to the Waffle House, man.
Yeah, the awful waffle does it better.
At least
Does
their
it
hash
better.
browns don't taste like bathroom.
Oof.
Oh,
Yeah, that's gross.
sure.
All right. DB number 5.
The wonderful flavors of bathrooms.
You know, you got your shits and your peas. My number 5 is Hillbillies. And the reason that I say that is because
That's a local restaurant, folks.
I'll take it.
Local
yeah,
restaurant.
It's a
Hillbillies?
barbecue place. I didn't realize it was a local. I mean, I know it's a southern restaurant, but
Also, it's no longer open.
No, there's still one.
Yeah, it's
Is
one
there?
in Lowell.
yeah,
The one,
It's right across the
one
street.
there's
on
one
Lowell.
in Lowell.
Oh.
It changed
Yeah.
locations into their own building.
Behind the police station in Lowell.
All right. So why do you hate hillbillies?
So when I was a kid, I used to love Hillbillies, but nowadays it seems like it's just bland. Like they're targeting seniors now, so they don't put any
Jason's
seasoning.
offended.
They don't put
Jason
any
loves that
seasoning
shit.
in the actual shit. Plus, you know, if I'm gonna go to a barbecue spot, I'm gonna hit up another local spot like Kyle Fletcher's or Carolina.
fuck
Country
that
Bar- or
shit.
Carolina.
Oh,
Barbecue.
Jason's about to throw down.
Oh,
you just
no.
you just dissed his favorite
Not at
barbecue
all.
restaurant and his least favorite. Oh
not
shit!
that.
Here we go.
Let me make my case.
gloves are off.
Kyle Fletcher's barbecue is the most shitty barbecue I've ever had in my entire life. It's dry. The sauce sucks. The fries suck. The sides suck. They also don't take credit cards, which is fucking annoying in 2022. But I understand why they do it. But it is
That must
the
be a
most,
barbecue thing because Black's
is.
doesn't do that either.
I've never been to Black's, admittedly. I feel kind of ashamed by this. But Kyle Fletcher's is some mid-ass barbecue. Hillbillies, though, I quite enjoy it. I'm more of a Carolina country barbecue myself.
I don't know, man, because like last
so
time I had
good.
Kyle Fletcher's, they had some of the best banana pudding I ever had in my life.
That's
and
not
the
barbecue,
wasn't
though.
bad. So
That was we're
well, the
talking
barbecue,
barbecue.
it's
Yeah.
part of the meal, man. You guys have been hating on desserts.
That's
like,
right.
every week
That's right.
when we
His
talk
dessert
about
is a side, Scott.
I'm not a big dessert
Listen,
guy,
man.
admittedly.
Anything that goes with a meal is a side.
I'll accept that.
Oh man.
I would have to say the sauce of Hillbillies is pretty fire though too. It's like the most like standard issue like North Carolina Eastern kind of tomato based barbecue sauce, but it's still fucking it hits just right. I'd say.
I just don't know, man. You know what? I mean, I like Sonny's barbecue a lot. It's like the IHOP of barbecue places because they give you like 4 different sauces to choose from.
I'm not against Sonny's.
Hillbillies is just like it's just like old people bland tasting barbecue now.
Well, admittedly,
It
my
used to
favorite
be
is
good when I was a kid.
Carolina country barbecue is still pretty good. The new one, the old one was still like much more based, but the new one's like not bad. They kind of undercook
Yeah.
the barbecue, so I get a bit of a tummy ache every time, but it's worth it.
It's a good thing
Hey,
we have
so
so many
number 4,
listeners in Gastonia. You guys want to talk
Gastonia
more about the
barbecue
one
issues.
the one restaurant that exists in Gastonia that 95% of our listeners have no idea what the fuck it is?
3?
Awesome. Riveting. All right, Jared, number 4.
Kyle Fletcher's gets around. I'm not gonna lie.
Number 4. I'm gonna go with Shoney's.
Oh, dude, I
R.I.P.
forgot about Shoney's. Holy shit.
R.I.P.
I can't
Holy
forget
shit.
about Shoney's. That
So
was the
good.
The
most
buffet, though?
odd combination. The buffet,
Slaps.
if there was food on the buffet.
That's true. That's true. The last time I went there was probably 10 years ago.
Before it
and
became
it was
an
for
O'Charlie's.
breakfast.
Yeah.
No. This was like they have them up north
Oh.
too. So
Yeah,
I
there's
was
a
coming
Shoney's in
back from
Shelby.
like Pennsylvania or something, and like on the way down, we stopped at one because it was the only place that was open at the time, and we wanted breakfast stuff. So, but yeah, it was
There's a Shoney's in Shelby still.
it was very
Yeah.
mid.
They are still around.
They're
I
still
forget.
floating around.
Yep.
Dude, no, I loved Shoney's too much. Too many good memories. That was a good spot. Oh, mid. Like barbecue breakfast. Breakfast
And we're back.
buffets.
Barbecue buffets.
Breakfast buffets are just this episode, I'm so hungry right now. I'm enraged.
It's because your roommate was cooking burgers before you started.
It started with the burgers, man. All right,
It's
Stevie,
true.
number 4.
Number 4, Catfish Cove, which is another local. It's like a fish camp. And
All these locals.
no, these are the only 2 locals as far as I know. So
I have 0 locals.
I didn't know that Hillbillies was local. I thought it was like a chain
Really?
around the world.
Oh no.
Yeah.
There's literally
Nine.
only 2, and now there's only 1.
Yeah.
But anyways, Catfish Cove is like a fish camp that serves fish and chicken tenders and stuff.
For those
around that.
outside of the state of North Carolina, fish camp is where they serve seafood. Why the fuck they call it a fish camp?
Fried.
Who the fuck
Fried
knows?
seafood.
Who the fuck knows? It's the dumbest goddamn
Predominantly
name I've ever
fried.
heard for a seafood place. Okay.
Fish camp?
So fish camp,
R.I.P.
fried seafood.
Okay,
Catfish
well, that's
Cove,
basically
go on.
what I was saying before you took your northerner anger out on the
Sorry.
southern
Actually, we were
fish
I
we're
have
trying
just-
to be
listen.
non-regional with our
Christ.
listeners.
We're trying to be. There are people that are way
was
outside of
saying it.
Gastonia,
I was saying it.
but they
I
don't know
was
what a fish
saying
camp is.
I
No
didn't
one
know
knew
it
what a
was
fish camp
southern
was.
thing. I didn't know
Basically-
it was
yeah,
a
it's
southern thing.
100%.
That's why I'm trying to
Anyways.
explain to you guys. It's not a northern or anywhere outside of like the South. Nobody knows what a fish camp is.
Today I
People
learned.
think
I
that
mean-
they're like hoarding fish in there and they're like intense or some shit. I don't know.
I mean,
Can't go on
fish
road
camp-
camp for fish.
A fish camp is basically just a fucking captain's cap, which I'm sure they have those
Based.
places, or a Long John Silver's, or a Captain
There you go.
D's.
There you go. Those
No,
But
two.
it's
there you
not
go.
fast food though.
No, it's
Like
not.
Long
no,
John
it's a
Silver's is like
sit-down.
fast
sit
food.
down.
No, it's a sit-down restaurant, but I mean, they serve the same shit.
Yeah, basically.
Anyways, it's number 4 on the worst boomer restaurants because that's where all the old people eat on Sundays. The only cool thing I liked
is
about that
true.
restaurant is they had badass Neo Geo arcade machines.
That is pretty dope.
That's actually pretty
Yeah,
cool.
but the food
Like
was
old
just
Pizza Hut.
yeah, that was sweet too.
All right, I'll go simple. My number 4 also is Olive Garden. That's already been used. But I would just like to say Olive Garden is like Italian food for people who don't really know what Italian food is. Because it's literally just frozen, reheated, and it's not real good. The only thing that I used to like there, they don't even make anymore. It was like these Gorgonzola steak medallions that were real good. They were over some noodles.
They used to have
And
good
it was like
gnocchi.
it was like the only thing that was passable, but not a big OG fan. So, all right, Jason, number 4.
Red Lobster.
Mm.
You can't like
Okay.
the cheese biscuits alone cannot sustain the kind of like butter.
So you like the
Butter-
cheese biscuits?
I mean, who
though?
doesn't?
It's just
Yeah,
like
that's
a
true.
thing. It's the fucking
I
thing.
was about to say
That's why
those
they
have
make
made it to the frozen food
packets.
section.
You can
Yeah,
give me
that's
like a
true.
You can
give me
bake your own.
You can give me a scented candle that smells like those fucking cheese biscuits, and I'll be the happiest guy alive.
I think they made those, didn't they?
I think
Probably. That feels like a
Oh, they
See if they
probably
still
got
sell them on
era.
Amazon.
That feels like a
They probably
millennial
got cheese
kind of.
biscuit Crocs by now.
They probably have cheese biscuit flavored condoms if you let them. Like, give the people what they want, I say. But the problem with Red Lobster is just like, it's just like it's fish that's just way too seasoned. It's like we have terrible fish. Let's slam this thing full of butter and chive, and try to like make up for the fact that it's not the best. Although I always wanted to propose to someone at a Red Lobster if I was ever going to get married, because the vibe seems right. And if you were to propose at a Red Lobster, I feel like they give you like free cheese biscuits, and someone would be like,
Oh.
"Oh shit, he's pulling."
Hold on.
Is she gonna say
Newsflash,
yes?
Dude, the cheese biscuits are free anyways.
You could just put the cheese biscuit as the engagement ring. Just stick the finger.
Oh,
right
that's
through.
where it's. That's where it's at.
The elites don't want you to know that the cheese biscuits are free. I have 1,000 cheese biscuits in my refrigerator. That's what they're trying to tell you.
Boom.
But like I just it's the way Steven feels about fish camps. I feel about Red Lobster. I just feel like there's a Red Lobster in Gastonia. It's been open for as long as I can remember, and I'm always amazed.
It's been there for a
still
while.
open. It's still fucking there. It's out.
They
remember that,
still
like-
hang out, man.
But
They're
know,
always
it was
still packed
actually-
too.
Yet the Italian
You know,
oven
it's
closed,
part of
unfortunately.
it's owned by the same company that owns Olive Garden.
Yep.
It's just a different flavor.
Yep.
There you
It's
go.
a different
Yeah.
flavor of. It's a
I've only
different
had Red
flavor of
Lobster
like
once,
mid
though.
food.
I've only had Red Lobster once, and it was average at best. Also
It's-
overpriced as fuck.
Oh
It's
god,
got-
yeah.
It's got some real boomer energy to it for sure. Like I feel like the over 50 crowd are like, honey, getting the Mazda 3. I'm gonna take you somewhere nice. Oh no, where you taking me today, George? Take you to Red Lobster, bitch. Get in the car. And then they go and they eat like filet o.
Damn.
Like what do you call it when you get the shrimp that's like lathered in butter and cooked on the little pan? Shrimp.
Shrimp.
Scampi.
Scampy, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
They call it shrimp.
Well,
that when
that's
you
the
shrimp
pasta
scampi?
shrimp, right? Pasta with shrimp.
Sizzling shrimps.
When you scampi a shrimp, is that when you flip it over too, or is that a different thing?
Yeah.
From filet?
Yeah, you just flip it.
You just flip it to cook it on the other side. No, shrimp scampi is like a butter garlic sauce. That's what
Thanks.
scampi is.
Nice.
No problem.
Scampi.
All
And
right,
then you
Stevie,
flip it
number
to the other
3.
side.
Okay, that's what
Yeah.
I thought.
Number
I
3.
knew,
to
I knew
cook that
flipping was
too.
involved.
This might be another restaurant
not.
that ends up being local that I thought was nationwide, but
It's my new favorite.
Stevie,
drink.
Cracker Barrel.
You know, if you had a license, you could leave Gastonia once in a while.
No.
Listen,
Boom.
I've
Got him. Got
I've
him.
been to like 22 different states. Thank you very much. I bet you haven't been to any states without driving.
He's been to
yourself.
upstate
However, I've been
Pittsburgh.
to 22 of them.
I have. I've been on airplanes.
Oh, I hate flying.
All right. That's cool.
Cracker Barrels are not.
All right,
local.
number 3 for you then.
Shouts
No,
out.
Cracker
shouts
Barrel
out to,
is a
Wait, did you
chain.
say Cracker Barrel?
yeah.
Cracker Barrel.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they're chains. They have them everywhere.
Okay. Well, it's the tasteless shit. The most tasteless shit. Honestly, I was struggling with this being number 1. I was gonna skip
Wow.
number 2. I was like, nah. Then I thought about it more, and I was like, there's 2 other restaurants that I'm over the hype on, but
That are
Cracker
much
Barrel
worse.
is just, yeah, I don't like the vibe of Cracker Barrel. It's like a
It's one
store
of those-
restaurant.
It's like one of
Too
those things I
many-
can take it or leave it. It's
Well, they
like you
make
can
too
go
many
there.
things.
They do. It's
So they're like
overwhelming.
average. Yeah, they're
fair.
averaging
They-
everything.
You walk in and they give you 2 fucking menus that are like huge. It's like the Cheesecake Factory of bland Southern food, where that's like,
Kinda
here's a
is.
menu for breakfast, here's a menu for dinner, and if it's lunchtime, here's the lunch menu as well. We're not sure
Yeah.
what you want, but have a little bit of everything, and then we're gonna
Yeah,
make some
and
shitty food.
And I think the reason that the menus are so vast like that is because they, the most common person that eats at a Cracker Barrel is over the age of 65. So they've got all day to be in the restaurant. However, me, man, I'm looking at like an hour event max. I don't want to be in a restaurant for like 2-3 hours. So I'm not going to
You ain't getting me
spend
out.
15-20 minutes looking at the menu.
I have a few
feel
thoughts on Cracker Barrel. One, name me another restaurant where you can leave with like a pet toy monkey in like mints shaped like the state of Rhode Island. 2, my dad
And
broke
also
up
like a dress.
a dress for your dog, a dress for
Yeah.
your child, a dress for your
Giant
grandma,
candy
a rocking
bars.
chair, giant candy
And some
bar,
candy
rocking
from
chairs,
1950.
my favorite kind, and it's
Clark
like
bar.
Golf tee game.
based. Fuck yeah, golf tee
So
game.
much crazy
But
shit.
my dad also the best Reuben I've ever had was at a Cracker Barrel. But my dad also broke up a fight. At a
Go
Cracker
to an
Barrel
actual
one day.
deli. They'll change your mind on good Reubens.
Just go to
There is
Substation,
only
man.
It's pretty good.
there's only one thing at the Cracker Barrel that I would say I might
Coffee's pretty good,
consider
too.
The giant
decent.
checkers.
What's decent there?
The one thing I would consider decent at the Cracker Barrel would be the chicken.
That
and
peg
dump.
game.
No, I'm talking about the food,
the
man.
golf tee game.
But I'm talking about chicken and dumplings, man, which I like to call chicken and dump. But I'd say that
Let-
stuff's okay.
Let's be honest, you can't fuck that up. You literally
No.
put just like raw biscuit dough into some water.
And I
Yeah.
love it, baby.
Throw in some chicken and salt.
Like
Love
how
it
that's
so
a meal
much.
is beyond me. But
That's the thing about
I mean-
Cracker Barrel, man. If they shave that menu down, they'd get better at the 10 or 15 things they offer instead of being okay at the 100 things that they currently
I wouldn't say
offer.
okay. I would say marginal. Marginal is a
Yeah.
better adjective. All right,
Marginal.
my number 3, and I'm gonna preface this by saying this place, you have like a 25% shot at getting your food actually warm to hot, but most of the time it's gonna be cold, and that's Applebee's. That place is the fucking worst. I will tell you, every time I go there, I order almost the same thing. I can tell you, I haven't been there in probably at least 5 years now since the last time. I always
Ours
get the
closed
Parmesan
down.
crusted steak, and I get that with a side of broccoli, and it's
Yeah.
always cold as fuck every time.
When I went there the last time, we used to have a Cracker Barrel in Gastonia. The bathroom walls were
We're talking about Applebee's.
What did I say?
Cracker Barrel.
Oh, sorry. Whoa.
I was just
Wrong.
gonna let it slide.
There was human shit smeared on the bathroom walls, and I left.
Oh God.
At the Applebee's,
Yes, at the Applebee's.
That's because people got turned on those cheap margaritas.
don't they have the slogan kind of like Olive Garden?
Eating
like
good
when
in the
you're your
neighborhood.
family? That's it. Eating good in the neighborhood. Shitting
That's a lie.
good in the neighborhood.
That's absolute
in the
bullshit.
neighborhood.
Shit good.
I prefer them over Chili's though by a long shot.
Disagree.
Better
Chili's
fun.
is way better.
I don't
Way
think I've
better,
had
man.
Applebee's in like 17 years.
It's because the
It's for the
Gastonia
best.
one closed.
Chili's is real
Yeah,
good,
but it
though.
wasn't 17 years ago. It probably closed down
that's
like
like
what,
a-
5 or 6 years
When's
ago.
the last time you had
don't know.
Chili's, Jason?
Me?
Yes,
a couple weeks
Jason.
ago. It nearly
Oh, really?
killed me
And
from
it
the
was
level
bad?
of salt that I ingested.
Oh, really? What did you
Um,
order?
We talked about this on a podcast episode. Yeah, it was really weird. I spent like it's when they brought me out like a 5th chicken nugget. On a
Oh yeah,
plate.
yeah, yeah.
Because
yeah.
I was
We talked
like,
about that a
"Excuse
couple
me,
episodes
sir."
ago.
I'm missing one nugget.
That's
May I
right.
Please have my.
So that
5th
was at
nug?
Chili's. See, I don't order that there. I don't order that there. You got to get
No.
the skillet
Yeah, I fucked
queso.
up.
You got to get the Tex-Mex.
Yeah,
Bingo, that's good
it's
too.
on me.
And also, they have a great California club. Solid.
Okay.
Every time.
Mess up
Nostalgia
plus.
hit me hard. That's why I ended up going with the chicken crispers, but I definitely took an L on that.
Yeah,
one.
dude, the
No.
chicken crispers
no,
are
it's
way
the
too much
future.
breading, man. Way too much breading. All right, Jason, number 3.
Guess what? It's Chili's. I timed it perfectly.
Oh my
I know. Boom. I set it up.
Just when you thought the chili conversation was over.
No, it's not
Nope.
over, baby.
Revival.
And really simply put, all my previous issues with Chili's. Also, here's another thing that drives me crazy about Chili's. They're dumb little fucking like tablet things you use to like check out your card on. Everybody
I
hates
love
them.
that.
What
No,
the
I
fuck?
love that.
No,
It's
I
great.
hate having to talk
So you
to
can
You
get
don't
the
have to
hell
talk
out.
to
Pay
anybody.
and leave.
You don't- yeah, they don't have to like look at like take your card. You know how many times I've left my card at restaurants in one of those stupid flappy things
I
all
never
the
have.
time.
But I'm also
Like this
very,
way, I
like,
can just
clearly
go
that.
poop whenever I'm ready
Yep.
to leave. I don't have to wait for them to bring a check to me. I can just check out whenever I want and get the fuck out of there. I don't have to talk to anybody again. It's great. I wish every restaurant did that.
The problem with those things though is that they're set up like if you accidentally hit a button, it like charges you for playing some dumb like Pac-Man game on it. They're rigged to make you spend money on shit that you didn't mean to by accidentally touching, which automatically seems like it's set up to fuck with boomers because there's like always touching the wrong.
It was
thing on
actually set
electronic
up for
devices.
Yeah.
parents to end up paying for those games for their kids that are already on their phone.
Ding, ding,
Yup.
ding, ding.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'd rather
Bingo.
just hand my check to or my card to a person. I don't like those things at all. But like I said previously, I ate like 15 hams worth of salt in like one dinner, and it fucked me up for like at least 6 hours.
Damn.
So yeah, the Chili's.
That's
We're
a
measuring
lot.
salt in hams right now. Oh,
I
all
have no
right, Jared.
qualms with-
Number.
Well, I
Go
was just
ahead,
gonna say I
Steven.
have no qualms with Chili's, but I will say that their burgers are the least good thing on their menu.
I don't think I've ever ordered a burger there. And
Yeah,
for good
well-
reason, I guess.
Yeah, you're not missing out. They taste like
No.
boiled burgers.
Ugh.
Mm.
All right, Jared. Number 3.
This one I think it might still have restaurants open. Sizzler.
Dude, old school. I don't think I've ever been to a Sizzler. I've heard a lot about it.
I don't
They're
think
in every
Western,
movie.
You talking about Western sizzling? Is that the
They're
same
all
place?
the same. They're roughly
Okay.
the same. They're the same. Where they try to say they specialize in steak, but they also have a buffet that's lacking, and you mostly
Yeah.
see the olds there.
The
Oh, yeah.
olds.
Yeah, old, or as we like to call it, Jason's peeps.
I like old people. They're fun.
Jason fucks with the old people.
I do too, man. I'm just joshing around.
See, we didn't have Sizzler up north. We had
never been
we
to
had
one.
Ponderosa.
Yeah,
Do you guys know what Ponderosa is?
Yeah. Upstate New York, they have them too.
Did they have them down here?
No, they stopped like
I like-
Virginia.
Okay. So
I like to
Ponderosa
think
was
of,
like a steak place kind of, but they had really bomb ass chicken wings and like a decent buffet.
Mhm.
So I did not put them on my list, but like
No,
I
because
could've.
it's actually good.
They were actually pretty good. Yeah.
Because that was one of the things that we would go to every time we'd go up north to visit family. We'd end up at a Ponderosa before we left.
I was real sad the one that was like near me growing up closed down. That was real sad. I always look for it when I come up there and I'm just, I'm upset. All right, number
Violin
2
plays in the
for
background.
Sorry to hear that.
number 2, I'll start with Ruby Tuesdays. That place. No, don't you dare. Don't
You are
you dare. That
murdering
place
Jason.
is awful. It smells like mothballs when you walk in. Every time I've walked into Ruby Tuesdays, I feel like I'm walking into an 80-year-old's closet. The buffet is awful. The salad bar is awful. Ugh.
So
That's
it's
their
like
only
I've
claim to
never had a good
fame.
Ruby Tuesdays experience.
I like the fucking salad bar there, but I will say the one thing that they
Same.
screwed up at Ruby Two's is they fucking got rid of their cheddar biscuits.
I've
Remember,
never
'cause
had a cheddar biscuit.
They
never
used
knew
to
they had
they
one.
used to give you those cheddar biscuits too. And I remember I've been there twice in my life and eaten in person. First time was like, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. Cheddar biscuits, yum. And then like I had it like 6 or 7 years ago before they closed down in my hometown because I can only go to places that are within 5 minutes from my fucking house.
It's your choice, buddy. It's your choice.
I was like, hey, are you gonna bring us any of those biscuits? And they're like, oh, you don't know. We stopped serving those like 3 years ago. And this was like 6 years ago. I was like, you sons of bitches. You should put that shit on the fucking door because I wouldn't have came in here if I knew that.
Yeah, that
I have a
place
Ruby
sucks.
Tuesday. I have a story about
No.
Ruby's. Can I tell it?
Oh, do you? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is back when
Is it a good one or a
so-
bad one?
It's
Or is it
a.
a Jason one?
It hurt physically.
Oh.
So this is back. I spent a lot of time in boomer restaurants back when I was like on the road a lot, working on pipe organs or whatever. Long story short, I got like attacked straight through the kneecap, and it fucking sucked. And I have this memory of me sitting at the bar, and I was with my boss, and I want to look like a bitch. So basically, I'm just sitting here just getting drunk as shit because my kneecap hurts because I'm fucking like the kind of attacks you would use to put up like cloth against wood, the real small brass ones. It wasn't anything too deep,
Yeah.
but the bitch went right through my fucking kneecap. I'm sitting here getting drunk as shit, sitting at the bar with my boss who didn't drink at all, thinking like, what wrong turn have I made in life to be in? Like I was in bumfuck Egypt, getting fucking toasted up at a Ruby Tuesday, eating my little salad bar, eating my fucking shit, my little per diem, and I was like, I gotta do something with my life. It was a real
I
turning
just-
point, personally.
I just wonder who still goes to Ruby Tuesday. Like it has to just be boomers because I never see anybody
no one
in
in
that
this
place.
area.
It
No,
closed down.
because they closed it.
Did
it's
it close
gotta
down there?
be-
That's
Yeah.
where the Chick-fil-A is in Gastonia now.
It is.
Oh,
It's got to be old couples like Gerald and Nancy are going there.
I feel
It's
that.
like, Nancy, put on your dress. We're going to somewhere nice tonight. We're going
Ruby
down to the
Tuesday.
Ruby Tuesday on Tuesday.
Well, I'll even let you spring for that salad bar, honey.
Turn it up.
All right, Jason, number
George, a little
2.
bit. Golden Corral.
Damn.
I hate that place. I have nothing but bad memories about eating. Once again, on my days working on pipe organs in the middle of bumfuck Egypt at the local Golden Corral, eating my mushy shit, thinking about how many people have took a piss in the chocolate fountain, thinking about that meme from the guy in the 80s who's super sweaty talking about the steaks. You've seen the one where it's like, hey, you guys want the steak? And all the food sucks. Everything sucks. There's so much food there. Guess what? It all sucks. It's like you're trapped in a maze of sucky food. No matter what, you grab this like hush puppy, tastes like asshole. You grab this hamburger, it tastes like a corpse. It doesn't fucking matter. There's no escape. It's like you're stuck in a prison of shitty, overpriced buffet food. And the vibe sucks. And you walk in, it's like a fucking cattle call. They're like, "Here's your ticket. Go eat, you dumb bitch." And it's just like I fucking hate
Oh,
everything about Golden Corral, and I will never eat another one again as long as I live, unless it was paying for it.
I'm starting to notice a trend with these lists. I actually like the salad at all of these places. I don't know. I
You
guess
can't
it's the
fuck
variety.
up salad. You
It's the
can't fuck up
variety, I
salad.
guess. But
Oh my god!
I will say Golden Corral did do a redemption. They got rid of A1 sauce for a while, and then everybody complained, and they brought it back. Which, you
I'm
know,
a
if you're going
Heinz
to charge
51
people
kinda guy.
$18 to eat at a buffet, then you got to have the goddamn
Or
A1.
57.
Can I be honest with you?
Yes.
If you have to put A1 sauce on everything and
The
that's your
steak is
complaint,
wrong.
then yeah, the steak sucks ass.
Well,
or
no, that's the
anything
thing
you're
is,
putting
like,
on sucks ass.
I just love A1. So even on a great steak, I put A1. I don't put it
can't
on
do
it.
it,
I
man.
dip it in it.
I can't do it.
I'm a
Man. If it's a
57.
I
bad
love
steak,
A1,
I
man.
use it.
What's the poll here? Who's a Heinz? Or is that the sauce I'm thinking of? The Heinz 57?
Heinz 57.
That was
Mhm.
the answer to A1.
Yeah, I
here's
prefer A1.
I'm alone.
I like Heinz 57 too, though, man. I like
I don't-
sauce, man. I'm a saucy
Heinz
guy.
57 is much.
Again, if the steak is done correctly, you don't need it.
You don't. Yeah, salt and pepper.
Jared's
That's all you
correct,
need,
though.
bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
But
had a
anything else
fucks
fucks
mind,
steak
up
like
steak.
that. I mean,
I had a
all I'm saying is,
mind-blowing
like-
steak at Outback recently. Changed my life. Also, almost choked to
I
death on it, but I can't chew correctly.
Mind
It is what it is.
I
I
died
don't eat a
little
lot of
bit.
steak for that reason.
But it was worth it. Jared, number
I just think
two.
of
Oh, this one might hurt a lot of people, but it's Hardee's or Carl's Jr.
What?
That doesn't hurt me.
No. Best hamburger you can get for your
Get
money
out.
of fast food.
Get out.
What?
No. Get out. You can leave.
I think Cookout's the best fast food burger.
No.
Also only down here.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a Southern.
Yeah, but
But
it's
no,
in northern North Carolina, so suck that.
No, the food at Cookout sucks dick holes in 2022. Jared, why is Hardy suck though? Plead your case.
you guys were saying that it's boomer centric. Go to Hardee's in the morning.
bit.
You're not going to find anyone over the age or
It's
under
fine.
the age of 50.
That's true. They get their coffee and
Yeah.
hang out.
Oh, trust
That's
me, man.
how it
I
was
used to work at.
growing up at the one in Dallas, North Carolina. If you drove past there, you saw 3 cars, and all of them were people 60 plus, and they
Breakfast
were there from opening to about noon, and then they would leave.
Yeah,
God
same
bless 'em.
crowd goes the same crowd as Bojangles, which is another North Carolina restaurant.
And then when it comes to the actual food, if I wanted to ingest that much grease with my cheeseburger, I would have someone pour it on there. But Hardee's does it for you for free.
Yeah,
The fries are good.
I miss when they used to sell fried chicken like in the mid '90s
Yeah,
because they
Well, now-
started out as like a
now
KFC
some of them
competitor.
Now some of them are like combined with red burritos.
I've heard those are shitty. I never tried one.
Red
They're not
burrito.
good.
Okay,
It's not
that's how I have a
good.
feeling.
I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
It's like the
It
thing
was-
they also sell at Hardee's, but it's like not. They're probably microwave. They feel prepackaged. But would I grab one with my Angus burger because I feel like a dirty little fast food hoe today? Yes, I would. Give me 2.
little fast food.
Two.
Give me.
Oh God.
I'm aiming for. I've been watching a YouTube video on Dante's Inferno. Put me in the gluttony stage.
All right, Stevie,
I'm
number 2.
I was going to say I'm probably the only one that understands that reference. Show
played the
Mars is
game.
my number 2.
Show Mas.
Show Mars.
I kind of agree. They kind of fell off since post COVID.
I don't know. I like the Show Mars near me is real good. We've been there like 2 or 3 times.
one near me's not as bad. Girl.
I'd
I
say
dig a good
in my
gyro,
life,
man.
in my life, I've probably had Show Mars 25 times. And
Wow.
I'm just over the hype, man.
Okay.
I find it hard to pick something to eat there because it's like, you know,
I
yeah,
know
like
I've-
a pita burger, or do I want a chef salad, or do I want a gyro? I don't know.
I just get the Euro, man. I get the Euro plate because you get like a little bit of everything.
True. I
It
have
was
to
good.
agree with Steven on this though. Yeah, I think. it's
And
kinda
actually,
like-
don't they have like shrimp there too? I think I've had popcorn shrimp from there before.
I think
That seems
so?
excessive.
It's very outlandish,
Yeah.
but I think you're right.
It kind of is.
Not a fan, man.
All right. Well, we are down to number 1, and I think we're back around to Jason. Kick us off. Number 1, the worst.
I
Boomer
swear to
restaurant.
you. I swear to you that this restaurant never closed during COVID. They didn't tell anybody. They stayed open. They did their thing. No one said anything. The number 1 restaurant that I hope to the high heavens I never have to return to in my entire life because I went there with my friend and a high school friend and a person that we went to high school there tried to get him to become her baby's daddy. B, I like backed into someone's car leaving Scott's place to go to some MMA fight. And
Oh my god, I know what he's talking about already.
The worst,
I remember this.
boomer restaurant of all time is Hooters, and by extension, all like Hooters like restaurants. It is the embodiment of awkward cringe, and I don't want to feel that way ever again. I don't want the vibe to be weird between me and the waitress person. I'm just there to eat a Sammy, give you a tip, and dip. I don't want like weird, awkward sexual tension of any kind with my hamburger.
I mean, if you're not ordering the
do
wings,
it.
you're doing it wrong.
I was going to say, you
The
got to
wings
get
are
the
not
chicken.
bad. Not
the
bad.
wings is the only thing that I can check off on at Hooters
It's
because
slap.
like their fries are basic. Even their fried pickles sucked. And like, how do you screw that up?
I'm
It's
not a
just
fried
fucking
pickle
pickles
guy.
and fried, breading.
It always tastes
Yeah.
like something my doctor would be annoyed if I
But
ate.
those
Oh my
Daytona
God.
wings will fucking change your life. But I usually get them to go. I don't like sitting there and dealing with the waitresses and stuff.
Nothing against the people working at Hooters, mind you. It's not their fault. It's just they're doing their job.
No.
It's just that, like, on your boys' side, it's just weird. But the wings too are
Yeah.
good. But man, let me tell you something. If you ride a Harley Davidson and you probably think way too highly of yourself, and you're probably over the age of 50, you probably disagree with me on Hooters. And that's cool.
He's
It's
getting
definitely the
very
place for you.
specific.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I watched
They have
WrestleMania
a certain
21
demographic.
there.
They do.
I
What
watched
about-
WrestleMania 21 there, and it was fucking packed.
Yeah, dude.
That
It's
that
lit.
was like, I don't know, 16 years ago now.
They hit
It's
for those big
but-
events, man.
I just bring up the
Well,
COVID thing because it seems
they can
funny
have
to
it.
me. Like, how does a place like that work without COVID? Or during COVID or whatever? I swear to
I
you,
don't
never
know.
closed.
Well,
Never
they
closed.
rebranded their to go. Like they don't call it Hooters to go, they call it Hooties.
Yeah, it was
And, like,
Hooties.
I think that's
Hoots to scoot.
DoorDash is what kept them going, probably.
I don't know.
yeah.
But yes,
All right,
Hoots
Jared.
Number one.
Number one.
The old GC, Golden Corral.
Man, yeah.
My man.
What
It's
more is there to
terrible.
say?
It's just a place that started out great back in the day and then just has went down the hill ever since.
No, my favorite is their to-go policy where they weigh it and then charge you more.
Weigh it. I fucking weigh it. I forgot about that. 10 pounds of slop for you, sir. In no
Hey, I
A1
think it's like
steak sauce.
$300.
Isn't there like a base $6 fee, then the weight, which is like $5 a pound on top of that?
Probably.
That's insane.
I don't know. I've never gotten it to go.
I never would.
I mean, who does? Who does that?
Someone's
grabbing
got to. They
grandma
keep
plate on the
advertising
way
for
out.
it.
There's a price there for a
Grabbing a
reason.
plate for grandma, but
Oof.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they do a veteran sale, so if you got like your veterans card or whatever, go get it done, dude.
Or just like go anywhere else and like get something that tastes good
Yeah,
for
a
probably
lot
the
of
same
places
price.
have veteran discounts.
Yeah, for real. For
or they
real.
eat for free in November, I think.
say the last time I ate there, I got sweet tea. They brought me sweet tea with like barely any ice in it, and it was hot.
That's
Hot
just
tea.
northern tea.
That is not northern
No, it is
tea.
not. You
Yeah.
take that back right now.
No,
No,
it
no,
was
I-
sweet.
No ice or whatever.
It has
no.
like
That's
when you
6
order-
pieces
RT has-
of ice in it.
RT has
Tea.
no sugar.
Yeah.
That's
And
fine.
if you order it tea, it comes out hot. You have to ask for iced tea. And then you
Iced
have to
tea.
put your own sugar in it if you're a southerner.
Right.
I don't mind
And if
unsweet
you
tea,
ask for
the
sweet
record.
tea, they will look at you like you're weird and be like, "You mean Nest tea?" And then you're gonna be like, "No."
Don't even try.
That's the end
Try
of the
unsweet tea.
conversation.
It's good.
I do like brisk though. Brisk is pretty good.
That's a very boomer drink.
It is. All right,
Yeah,
Stevie, number
it is.
one.
You remember the celebrity deathmatch commercials though? They were pretty good.
Yeah.
So my number one is Western Sizzlin', which I think Jared picked as number 3. I
You're not going to
consider
find
it-
one.
Well, as we've established today, Golden Corral is terrible, and I think of Western Sizzlin' as a dollar store version of Golden Corral. So
Wow. That's bold. That's
Yeah.
bold.
that's why there's not any of them left except for like 2.
I'll still
For good
try
reason.
one because I'm too curious now. If I'm ever
All you
like
gotta
in-
do is just go to Golden Corral at like 3:30, where stuff's been out for 2 hours. There you
Just
go.
don't go when they switch from breakfast to lunch. Then people get pissed because they've taken breakfast stuff off the buffet too soon.
Don't take my brekkie away.
Oh,
Don't take my brekkie away.
Yeah, my.
Where them hash brown bacon and fried bologna liver
Sir,
bosco?
sir, it's 3:00 in the afternoon. We don't have breakfast anymore. We've tried to help you. We've tried to accompany your nonstop need for breakfast at wrong breakfast hours. But please, sir, please just go home. Please just go back home, please. The day in the life, the Golden Corral person.
Well, I mean, listen, my number one is Golden Corral.
There
Let's
it is.
Slash-
fucking go. Let's
slash-
fucking go.
/ all buffets. I've never been to a buffet that I was impressed with. Ever.
That's
Well,
fair.
There's
that's
not
why
one.
like Ryan's and Quincy's have all closed down.
Trash.
All right,
Yeah,
Pete.
those were actually okay. Ryan's was lit.
Oh, I hated Ryan's.
Vintage.
Nah, it fell off, and that's why it
Vintage.
closed.
And
And they didn't
Cece's
even tell
Pizza
their
was
employees
okay.
that they were closing.
Cece's Pizza was like eating cardboard. I always hated Cece's.
Nah,
Ugh.
well, not necessarily for the pizza, but the salad bar.
So you go to
Just stay
Cece's
out of
Stevia
Pizza
salad option.
for the salad bar.
You're a
can't.
salad aficionado. You know
Dude,
so
you
much
really
about
are.
salad bars.
Listen, motherfuckers, every buffet you got to get one salad plate, one regular plate, maybe two if you're fat, and then a
Or
dessert.
me. I get 3. 3 plates.
That's the
Depends where you
unwritten rules of the buffet. Everybody that's over 200 pounds knows that.
I
Maybe
just
that's why
don't eat
y'all
at
don't know.
buffets. I can't tell you the
Oh, I
last time
know.
I've been to a buffet. Can't tell you. I just
Steven,
don't like them.
Chinese
Steven, do I
buffets
know-
are different.
I
do
don't
I
like them
inherently
either.
know this rule because I used to be over 200 pounds? Because I feel
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I know you're coming from with this, but
You're
it's like,
honorary member, dude.
I kind of am. So I was like, I kind of know it's like you always get 3 plates, and then like
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, and then you get like a couple salads in between. Then you get a dessert plate. So it's technically 4 plates because you don't
Couple
go low, why
salads
not?
in between.
Usually 2.
Yeah, so I get
What?
the whole plate salad. You're talking about like the actual designated salad size
Yes,
salads, right?
correct. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. I get a whole plate. But I know what you're talking about.
yeah. That's what I meant.
Hold on. What do you put on this salad?
Yeah, if it's a salad like
You
when I
wanna
was
know?
a kid, that's
Okay.
different.
Everything?
All right, so you want to know what
I'll
I
just-
put on my salad?
Eggs, bacon, ham, cheese. Okay.
Ham, ham,
Ham,
Yeah,
ham,
that sounded like a
ham,
that sounded like a fucking
Bacon.
burger.
ham.
No.
All right. On my
No,
salad.
no ham salad.
In my salad at GC, okay, I get lettuce, shredded cheese, mushrooms, onions, a little bit of the eggs,
Based.
broccoli for sure,
Yes.
usually ranch or French dressing or Caesar.
Blue cheese guy myself.
And I like blue cheese for dipping in wings, but I don't really like it on salad. And then shredded cheese if I didn't say that. And then sometimes I'll put like a little bit of the turkey and ham if it's there, or bacon instead, like bacon bits.
I don't like putting meat on salads,
But-
but if I do, maybe tuna.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind like a glob on the side. Oh, and I put
Yeah.
olives on it too, like black olives. So it's not like what you're thinking. I'm not
Okay.
doing the fucking kid thing where I'm putting.
I always did.
oh, It's like,
Cottage
oh, look at me.
cheese and
You just put a nice little thin layer of lettuce, so when you show it to your mom, she's like, "Okay, I see the lettuce," but then on top of it's
Yeah.
like cucumbers, the turkey, the ham, extra
cheese.
dressing.
I forgot
The
about
the
bacon.
eggs,
tomato.
the cheese, the
Yeah.
bacon.
See, it's kind of hard to think about
sunflower seeds.
what I put on my salad
For
when I'm
whatever
in front of
fucking
the bar.
reason.
But like, yeah, I put like cucumbers and tomatoes and shit on there too, and green peppers.
Yeah,
All right,
it's-
This is
Fair.
what
Well-
salad talk.
This is the salad
Audience.
talk. We're talking without thinking.
Audience,
I love
if you
salad,
learned
man.
one thing today, we fuck with that salad life. We all fuck with that salad life in our different ways. Some
We do.
people use big plates. Some people use small plates. Some people put one kind of thing on. Some people put another thing on. But if you're here nearly 2 hours in,
Your family.
you
Oh,
clearly-
wait.
your family,
We're back to Olive
and
Garden.
you.
This is an XL sized podcast this week.
America has
It's
a
the
lot of chain
leftover
restaurants,
episode,
though, too.
baby.
I know we always have like
Exactly.
international listeners, and I'm like, I'm assuming there's like chain restaurants in other countries, but there's not chain restaurants like there are in America. America We got chain restaurants to fit every nook and cranny of your high blood pressure, obese body.
Mhm.
And sweetheart, we're going to get it done. Whatever you want.
Oh,
God
yeah.
bless America. But these top 5 that we've shown you in our own different ways, they're not the best. They'll get the job
No.
done, but they might give you stomach poisonings. So just be careful.
You might get the
I'm actually
tummy
kind of
rumblies.
glad that Ryan's and Quincy's got a shout out because those were some honorary mentions I was going to throw in there.
I had
Ryan's
never
was
heard
alright.
of them. Ryan's I only knew because there was like one location down here, but I'd never heard of it before then. So pretty sure they were local too.
No,
No.
Really? Ryan's are like everywhere?
they used to be.
spread
I think
out,
it started. I feel like I've went on a Wikipedia rampage one night and read that they were from Missouri. I could be wrong.
Wikipedia rampage.
You don't ever do that. You're like, I wonder how long toenails will grow, and then like you look it up.
Nope.
It's just a random example. I didn't look that up, but
Yes, but the way that it goes for me is that the random information finds me more, and then I'm like, that is a good question. How, like, can a zebra eat another zebra? Like, and then especially it's YouTube stuff, but so I know where you're
So
coming from.
I just found out something interesting. Apparently, Ryan's was owned by the same company that owned Old Country Buffet as well, which is the place that we had up north that we used to go to like once every 3 months or something. And it wasn't great either. It was very bland. But
Right.
About the
yeah, same company. They had 5 different buffet companies. That's crazy. But there's only
Yeah, it looks
12 Ryans left in the entire like United States right now.
Are there
is,
any in
is
North
one of
Carolina?
them in Shelby? I feel like it's still there, but
I don't know.
it looks like it was based in Texas, right? So
Yeah.
I
I guess it was
get
ever.
off
I,
my
I don't know that one.
Alexa, stop. Jesus
she doesn't know
Christ.
that one.
She said, "Bitch, you got Google."
Oh,
No, I'm
shit.
just saying they're based in Texas, not NC. So get off my North Carolina ass.
We need to have Alexa. We need to have Steven's Alexa on a podcast episode. I feel like we can
That's
like
true.
We just
coerce
did.
it. Well, no, we need to have her like more in depth. I feel like we can coerce some like secrets out of her.
Probably
Some
true.
like some deep.
Some of my
knowledge.
secrets or in
Yes.
general?
Yeah.
Both,
Nah,
but
man.
mostly yours.
I don't want people to know about that. They don't want to know about that.
I got bad news for you. Amazon knows all that shit. That's why Alexa's
Amazon
terrified
already-
the shit out of me.
I'm talking about the people that have made it to the 2-hour mark of this podcast.
Yeah, let's not forget. Jason has turned off all of Scott's Alexas before.
That's true. He has.
Yeah, I did because they
How
would
the hell?
just unplug them.
Yeah. Literally.
You mean to tell me an energy source is what's required?
Hold on.
Yes.
So,
This is an old podcast.
really quick story.
actually.
Then we're closing this up. Yeah, this wasn't an old podcast, I think. So
Yeah, he was house sitting.
He house sat for
Yeah.
like my animals and stuff when I was gone on vacation for a week. The first thing he did when he came into the house was unplug every single Alexa device in the house. I get home and try to turn my lights on because everything's connected to Alexa. Everything. I couldn't turn a
scare me.
goddamn thing on in my house. It's just dark.
You know,
So
I'm almost surprised they didn't send an Amazon driver out to your house to make sure you were okay.
I know that's
Because they hadn't heard from you in a few days.
That was
Like,
before
excuse-
they were doing a lot of their own drivers. That was back when it was being delivered by UPS and USPS.
that's
Oh,
true.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
cut them off for a reason, though. It wasn't just like
One-
Ted
it started
Kaczynski has
talking to you.
paranoia. Yeah, it
No,
started
it was
me.
talking
Weirded
to
me
you.
out.
Yeah.
Let's cut it off. I was like, what?
Wait,
the
so
fuck
you
is
just sat in the fucking darkness because the lights weren't working?
Have you
Hey,
met?
have you
the
seen
lights
his setup? Have you
No,
seen
no,
his
no.
window here?
the lights weren't fine though. It was just like, but I said something and the Alexa talked back, and then I cut them all off because it weirds me out, dude. I don't like any of that shit.
You're like, I'm supposed to be here alone with some animals?
Jason
Yeah.
is. I'm allowed some Ted Kaczynski habits as a treat. I really am. Like I'm
As a
allowed to like,
treat.
as a treat. I'm allowed to like unplug technological devices and put them in the
Yeah,
lead
someone
box in
else's
the back.
devices.
I plugged them back in before I left.
No, you
No, you
didn't.
Did not.
No, you didn't. I got home and I couldn't turn anything on.
Jason,
All right, let's
shame.
close this thing up. We've been going on far too
Hell.
long. Let's do best week of the week. This week, we got to give best week of the week to soccer, man. It's World Cup season, bitches.
Foot.
I mean, Jared's
Ball.
got the soccer shirt on right
Yeah,
now.
it's Ted Lasso. It's a fictional team.
But it's still a soccer
Still.
/ football team. So I'm psyched for the World Cup. I've watched it since I was a little kid. So
You know who's not psyched about the World Cup?
who's that?
Budweiser, their major sponsor, who is not
Because
allowed
no
to
one can
serve their
drink
alcohol
beer.
in the stadium.
It's true.
Because last minute idea from the Qatar people were like, no alcohol in the stadium.
Yeah, they're awful.
Sorry.
Oh,
I don't even
man.
want to get into all that right now. Like worst host
Yeah.
ever for a World Cup, but
Well, that's why they lost their first game.
yep. And they're going to continue to lose too. Also, like they get an automatic bid because they're the host.
Yeah.
So
So is it U.S. versus Qatar?
no, the United
It's
States
round
They're
robin.
played.
just hosting it.
Yeah, it's round robin. So the United States plays like Iran and Wales and England. They already
Somebody
played,
else.
as of this recording, they'd already played Wales and they tied them. And they play England on Black Friday, which has already happened by this point. So go USA, hope you won. And then they have Iran like Monday or Tuesday. So
And then based
Yeah,
off
pretty exciting.
scores and stuff, they move on to the next tournament part.
yep, which is like the playoff
So the-
bracket.
Yeah, that
It's-
sounds like
It's a
some
weird
that
bracket
sounds like
system.
complicated basketball and baseball playoffs.
Oh, it's worse than that.
It's way worse.
Yeah, it sounds worse. Yeah,
it's way
It's
worse.
that's why football is cool, because NFL football, it's just you lose, you're out.
Yeah,
It's
well, I
2
mean,
out of 3, best
it'll-
of 7.
it'll get to that. It'll get to that. You lose, you're out when they get to the playoff bracket. But
Takes
hey,
a while.
listen,
Well, yeah, I mean,
this is like
I
the
imagine it
one.
ends at some point.
This is the one time every 4 years that the United States and people in the United States become soccer fans. So
Hey,
Go soccer.
I played
It's-
soccer
it's
as a
growing.
kid, man. I
It
don't want
is.
to. I don't want to
growing
say
in
the
this
wrong
country.
thing, but I don't want people to think I don't like soccer. I mean, I played soccer or football for several
played-
years when I was a kid.
I
I
like
know
indoor soccer
more
a lot.
about soccer hooligan fight culture than anything else. Like there's this thing like I think
Let me guess, YouTube.
I think it was a Joe Rogan podcast, but something about like
Oh,
these English
same thing.
dudes that they'll like suck each other's eyeballs out or some shit. Like they get real in Europe for the soccer in a way that I cannot relate personally. But
Yeah,
not
they
gonna-
get crazy,
I'm not gonna
man.
get in the way of it.
Sounds like
later.
a segment for talking at night,
Yeah,
the
TWT
after
nights.
hours,
after
I think we are-
hours.
CWT nights.
Talk about sucking
We-
on eyeballs.
This podcast has gone on so long. TWT nights is me going to sleep actually. But
Yeah, for real. It's so late.
Shit.
All right, guys, let's close this thing up. Everybody, thank you for listening. We love you guys. Check us out on YouTube now, youtube.com/@talkingwithout-thinking. If you're at the end of this podcast, you've probably already seen it on there or you already listened to it, so you don't need to listen to it again. But subscribe on YouTube. Tell a
Tell
friend.
a friend.
Let people know
tell
about
a
us.
friend.
If you dig what we're doing. Also want to do my only shout out. I did a guest spot on Conversations with Strangers, another podcast. It's on YouTube, on Spotify. Check it out on there. Talk music for like 2 hours with a guy named Micah, who was super dope and
I'm
super cool
literally-
podcast. So check
Forget his
that out.
name.
I'm gonna go. I was not gonna mention that. I'm gonna go watch it actually right after this. I'm gonna watch another hour of Scott talking into a mic.
I checked it
now
out, man.
in 2
It's
hours.
it's pretty good, man. It's definitely worth a watch.
I'll check it
2
out.
hours. So there's two parts on YouTube, and if you listen to it just in audio, there's just one part. So Conversations with Strangers, go check it out.
excited.
Really love that guy and what he's doing. Super cool podcast. So we appreciate you guys. We will see you all again next week for another episode. We out of here. See ya.
Enjoy your yucky ham or your delicious turkey or your tofurkey or nothing because you're not in America. But either way,
By the time this has come out, they've already enjoyed it.
They've already enjoyed it. And
He's
the
talking
already
about
enjoyed it.
Christmas. He's talking about for Christmas, which is weeks away.
Yeah, many weeks away.
Also, be sure to mail in your $5 voucher if you've made it this far. We're doing a $5 mail-in rebate for listening this long. Thank you.
Yeah, good job. Appreciate you guys. Goodbye.
that joke's getting canceled. Sorry, Steven.